Hello, internet friends. Welcome to Quests in Cthulhu. Thank you so much for spending part of your geekend with us. We really appreciate it. It is Saturday night, and let's play some Call of Cthulhu. What the heck? So a few quick announcements to get out of the way. As always, we start with beer because it is traditional. Gordon Biersch, we really appreciate the Biersch Putsch that has allowed the original owner to come back into control, and maybe now they'll put out root beer again. So, yay beer. Second announcement is on our Discord. One of our users, Braden, is actually going to be running a Call of Cthulhu scenario for Discord users. You can find it in our Discord. He's also, that's just the start of the insanity. He's also going to be running a 24-hour charity run of Masks of Nyarlothotep, where essentially at the end of it, the world ends. So they have 24 hours to do whatever they're going to do, which I think is a really neat idea. I've been talking with Braden a little bit about it, and it looks really cool. There is a link in the I think it's media in the Discord. He actually made a trailer for it. It's very funny. I enjoyed it.
So I have something smart to say. So basically he's going to do in 24 hours what the Great Dane still can't do in how many months?
My guess is
5 months.
Like, I want to start a pool of how far they get in 24 hours. Because my guess is they don't make it to Egypt.
Lesser ideal.
That's well, he's probably going to cut out a lot of the side scenarios and stuff. Is my guess. I don't know this to be true, but it looks like a really cool idea and an insane idea. I love the idea of a countdown clock that is just like, you've got 6 hours to save the world. So that's bringing a level of attention to the game that I don't think it usually has. So last announcement is just our schedule. We've got another full week here of one-shots that are not one-shots and the Great Dane Society. Monday, it is more Rick and Morty D&D. Insert joke that I wouldn't understand here. That's Tuesday, the increasingly misnamed one-shot run by Tom is now, he guarantees it will end on Tuesday. Is this correct, Tom?
It will end on Tuesday. I guarantee.
Probably by the ship just falling to pieces.
It's gonna blow up. I feel like it.
Just kill them all. And then we are going to be back here Saturday for more wackiness with the Great Dane Society. I forgot there is one more announcement. Always has to be in the announcements. Let's see if I don't have the little thing anymore. Birds of Paradise, the official dice of the Great Dane Society. They are, they're what I use to cause the damage I cause. It's a wonderful thing. Someday, I might actually roll this 20-sided die. Someday.
And Amy actually has more Birds of Paradise than usual today.
So I have a quick question. I have the black and white with blue writing, and then the sort of like skin tone color, if you will, the beige-ish.
I believe that's the flesh tank.
So I'm for sure. Actually, these should have gone to Ezra's house. The flesh tank rollers.
Nope. The sort of flesh colored ones are the barn owl, and the black and white ones with the blue lettering are the magpie. Those are the more.
I'm gonna try magpie first today.
Those are the more recent edition of the magpie dice. I have the older set still, and I'm keeping them. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I like these. These are the prettier.
Yeah,
and they're
I gotta do that.
They've got like a little see-throughness in the dark. The white is like solid white, but at least the dark side has some see-through.
I want to call the next episode "See-Throughness in the Dark."
See-through in the dark.
What does that even mean? I don't know.
It's like solid. It's solidly see-through.
I see. So the last announcement is really just an indulgent thing on my part, and that is that I will tell you every day and twice on Sunday that gaming can change your life. And I will give you an example. 4 years ago this week, I ran a Call of Cthulhu game at our local game store. There were 4 of us running them, and an incredibly dorky but very smart young lady sat down at my table, and that woman is my wife, Rachel, Squirrel on the Run. That was the very first time that we set eyes on each other, and she started stalking me almost immediately thereafter, and I've been rolling for sanity ever since. But gaming, the connections that you make with people at the table can change your life. And it's one of the reasons that I say, go to cons, play games with people you don't know, make new friends, play with people that play differently than you. You'll see different styles. Who knows? You might even end up marrying one of them.
Who knows? She might even end up giving us 500 bits. Thanks, Squirrel on the Run.
I just said night.
Thank you.
Don't get married, people. Don't get married.
I'm gonna take that 500 bits and put it right in our pile.
All right, Amy, I need to soothe some emotional wounds here, so why don't you
It might be a 50-50 split here. Okay, so the Baroness, 1,000 to the GM. So are we going to do our G.I. Joe moment?
Can I do it right now?
Sure. Yeah, she also gave 500 to the players, but
we'll
let G.I. Joe happen. We'll let G.I. Joe happen anyway.
So I mentioned, I think in one of these, that you can see all of the episodes on YouTube. And I'll be honest, some of them are a rough watch. The quality of episodes is wildly variant. But I saw one the other day that I had never seen before. And it was actually really good. It's the episode called Worlds Without End. And in an incredibly convoluted way that I'm not even going to go into, G.I. Joe, most of their members get thrown into an alternate universe. And in this alternate universe, Cobra has taken over the world. And Cobra is running everything. And the Baroness in G.I. Joe is a double agent who is actually maybe not married, but is romantically linked to one of the Joes who is now there. And so there's the wonderful scene of, "Oh, hello, my darling. Get away from me, lady." And it was a surprisingly good episode. And, I'm a sucker for Serpentor, so it was good. But World Without End, if you, that and the Springfield 2-parter, those are probably the best episodes. And if, like me, you like Serpentor, the movie is pretty good too.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Slithy Tov, equal split, 500 for the players, 500 for the GM.
By the way,
I'll take it.
It's a terrible band name.
What? 500 split? 500 split? 50 split?
Equal spit.
Oh, equals. All right, where are we? I don't know. How does Braden say there? Is it ash? Is it 5 ash? I'm not too sure exactly. But 2,000 bits, 1,000 for the GM, and then 500. Actually, and it's 1,000 for TNT. It's Togas and Tiana.
Oh,
okay.
Yep. But Lonely Yeti comes back with 1,000 for the players. And then not to be undone, Tamago Tora, I thought we had an understanding, but apparently there's just 500 for the DM. So
that's beautiful.
I'm blowing nothing up today.
I don't believe you.
That is an early contender for episode title.
Oh, and then the Apollyon has betrayed us and given 500 to Ezra. Oh, no, wait, no. 500 to the players.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you very much, Apollyon.
Genuinely surprised. Apollyon usually sides with Ezra.
You took us on a journey there, Amy.
I know. It was an emotional roller coaster. Look out. Right, and I think unless the powers in the control room tell me I'm wrong and my math is terrible, I think we're done. So just the visual stack here. Let's see. Feels even.
Yeah, it looks pretty even.
Jay Matthews, I'm not even going to guess. Jay Matthews just comes rolling in with 500 bits. I don't even have to guess who this is for.
Keepers of arcane knowledge stick together.
Just take it, Ezra. That's fine. I'll just give it to you. You don't even have to type it out.
If you didn't notice, Amy is actually simulcasting from Lothlorien.
Yeah.
She is the maiden of the forest.
Next time, I'll sing to you all the all the meals. What does that go?
I literally almost well actually do there, Ezra. Nope, we're moving past it. Go.
So yeah, there you go. Well, I always enjoy seeing Amy do math. Thank you all so much for the bits. They don't deserve them, is really all I'm
but needed desperately.
And we appreciate you.
And really just thank you for being here and for being a part of this. Every week I am frankly disappointed in how few of you have things to do and how many of you are here. It's wonderful to see you, but I mean, I guess you can't go anywhere else, so you might as well be here. But it is always great to see we have a motley crew of our regulars and new folk. You can always tell the new folk because they're the ones in chat going, "What's going on? Why
are they playing a game?
Is that guy a gorilla?"
Yeah, I was like, why would you not have a gorilla in your party and a bunch of explosives? Duh.
There you go.
So half of that problem has been solved.
That's true.
Now we have to work on the other half.
That's true.
You know who to kill.
Yep.
So last time we took, as Nick said, we took care of the gorilla issue as Flint has traveled off to Japan with Isoge Taro to try and convince the Japanese to join the battle against the Black Pharaoh and the evil forces. And we also lost Donald, at least briefly, as he has gone off with Rogers to have the mysterious tattoo on the back of his neck looked at and taken care of. And they made it back from Grey Dragon Island once it became clear that nobody cared about their presence, and they fled. They saved many soldiers, many Japanese sailors, which was wonderful. Speaking of which, I don't think I did. You all gain 2 sanity for all of your work to save. Sorry, Dr. Hollister, not you.
I'm writing it down for Flint. Flint is getting that 2 sand.
So because you worked so hard and honestly put yourselves in danger to save those sailors, you each get a little sanity back. Your humanity has been reaffirmed. So they fled to Shanghai, where Taro found a boat and is going to get the rest of the men, the rest of the sailors, and left the Great Danes in Shanghai. They are trying their best to not let anyone else in Shanghai know they're there. That is not their skill set, really. So it'll be interesting. They then the ladies of the Great Dane Society headed to formerly Ho Fang's place, and they found a column of water was connecting Ho Fang's palace with presumably Grey Dragon Island. It was off in the direction of Grey Dragon Island. There was a huge column of water, and as they watched, they could see the Bloated Woman travel through that column. This aspect of Nyarlathotep that had been contained in Ho Fang's mansion traveled through that tube off towards Grey Dragon Island. And that was where we ended last episode. So it is the evening of the 5th.
May 5th, yeah.
May 5th. Mm-hmm. And you are standing in front of Ho Fang's mansion. It is raining. The weather is still bad. That column of water is still there. It is still connecting. Oh, you also saw the weird girl who ate dead people. She also zipped up through that tube. And
really quickly,
oh yeah,
we have 500 bits from Vindica Sean to myself to light something on fire, since Tamagotora didn't take responsibility for that. And then we were also rated by Mad Bird Stream. So hi everybody, and welcome.
Nice, welcome.
Yeah. Hello.
That's exciting. We have a raid. So does that mean what a raid means?
No, Thomas is like, as he's busy drinking his soda. He's like,
all right,
we'll see.
We'll see. Depends on how good the raiders are, I guess. That's it.
I'm just imagining that little flesh-eating girl is like a surprise. Like Stanford's not expecting. He's like, what the? Ah!
Not her.
I would love that.
Extra, yes.
So you three are standing in front of Ho Fang's palace.
I'm not.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Joan wasn't there because she's with the interpreter.
That's right. Joan is guarding the interpreter. So instead it is, oh God, what was my name for you two?
Slash and burn.
Slash and burn. Yes.
Slash and burn.
Instead it is slash and burn.
Don't encourage them.
I love it. I think it's a great name for Alexandria and Emma.
We were, what was the other one was like,
I did Alex and M. Alex and M was the first one, and then we had to go from there because it was good, but not. We needed to hick it up a notch.
Yeah, and wasn't it like also kind of like Cagney and Lacey? It sounded like something in the Dagger Lady. What was the other one?
You know what? We're not going to do any more G.I. Joe moments. From now on, it's Cagney and Lacey moments.
Ooh.
Too bad nobody knows anything about that show.
Hey man, I brought up Turbo Teen last time. I can go deep on this.
You can make it up and nobody'd correct you. Oh, and Tamago Tora, 500 of the party of Emma meets back up with Madam Lynn. I don't even understand what that means.
Well, meets back up with she wants you to get together.
Got it. It's a meetup. Okay.
Is that what the kids call it these days? A meetup?
Yeah, apparently. It's a meetup.
All right. I used to watch Cagney and Lacey. That's how old I am. When Tyne Daly was still when she was not playing mother roles and now grandmother roles as she usually plays. So yeah, you two are in front of Ho Fang's palace, and it seems like it's as quiet as it's ever been.
Is the water fountains gone away?
No, that is still shooting. That column is still going towards Grey Dragon Hut.
I'm going to reject these 500 bits for Eldebrat 1 for Emma to convince the party, for Madam Lynn to join the party. I'm going to take them, but I'm also going to reject them. But take them. I don't know. Where should we put these?
Put them in the boy.
Yeah, we'll put them in reserve. We'll put them for gifts and prizes later.
There we go.
So the two of you are now like standing in front of this thing. Both of you make me spot hidden rolls. Oh, that was one other thing. Last episode we did all of our skill checks. So everybody's sort of starting fresh on the skill. No?
Very fresh.
Birds of Paradise. Uh-oh. 2, baby. 2.
Boom. All right.
I see everything. What would you like me to see? I see London. I see France.
I imagine I'm still in shock because I threw the rock at the column, and that was when it started doing the wavy back and forth thing. So I'm just like, I might have just screwed up.
So you see clearly as soon as the bloated lady goes shooting off through the tube, from a side street, you see someone slink off. Like someone had been watching the palace, and when that happened, they slink off. And actually, with an O2, you see that there's at least one other person there that is staying around. They don't appear to have seen you yet.
Okay. So I just I'm like, Alexandra, some guy just went down that it looked like a male figure, right?
Yeah.
Yep, some guy just went down that alley.
Want me to go
like sneakily down that alley, not just walk down that alley.
Do you want me to go stab him?
Well, not yet. I mean, let's get on the bike and go ask him what's up first.
So now remember there's another person there. Like, so someone is still watching the building, but one of the people who is watching the building has left.
But I'm pointing that I'm hoping that Alexander can see that because I'm pointing at the guy, you know, in my usual
I
not
look
subtle
forward
way.
to your stealthy bicycling.
Yep.
I will refrain from getting on the bike, actually, because if I want to approach quietly, bicycle chains in the rain tend to not be very quiet.
So are you going after the guy who snuck away or the people who stuck around?
I think after the guy who left, because that's someone who has a direct interest in the bloated lady, I think.
He was part of this group.
Okay.
You're not sure. It looks like 3 or 4 people who have clearly been watching this mansion. They've been, for whatever reason.
3 people, 1 person. I think I'm gonna go after the 1 person. I might end up dying a little bit slower.
All right. Emma, are you gonna follow along or are you staying here?
But at a distance and I'm gonna leave the bike at a distance though, because I'm not that sneaky. Well, am I?
Okay.
Yeah, my stealth is okay, but not great. Yeah.
All right. Alexandra, make a stealth roll.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you are able to. He's moving very cautiously. So he actually gets a bonus die that does not help. And I'm going to use GM inspiration.
Wow.
Okay. Already dipping into the pile.
I am so glad I used I'm so glad I used Birds of Paradise. But B, I'm so glad I used GM inspiration. Whoop, that's a 0, not a 60. It's hard to hold them back. So he notices you coming after him and he speeds up.
Okay. I'm going to drop stealth and just go.
Okay. Yeah, you will catch up with him because he stops and he turns around and he is clearly brandishing a gun.
Okay.
And he says something to you in Chinese.
And I just look at him and sigh and say, "Do I really look like I'm any good at Chinese?"
Make me an education roll.
50.
All right. So in the next blast of things he says in Chinese, you distinctly hear the words, Madam Lin.
Son of a bitch.
And he's essentially indicating, like, beat it. And so, Emma, you come up on this as this guy has a gun and he and Alexandra are not trying to hide anything.
I don't currently have a knife out, but I have my hand very casually on one of the places where I can draw one.
You almost there's a knife around you at all times.
Oh yeah. As I said pre-show, am I dressed? Then I have knives, and if not, there's one under my pillow.
We call you the scabbard. That's just on.
I'm gonna just walk past that one because.
Uh-oh. I don't know what I said, but I'm glad I don't know what I said. He is, again, he's making no attempt to speak English. He is holding the gun, and now that there are 2 of you, he's gotten a little more amped up.
I'm gonna look over at Emma and say, "He's with our favorite gorilla."
Let's just back up and get out of here.
She'll know that we're back.
Well, I mean, it's either that or somehow you're gonna. I'm hoping he doesn't understand. I look kind of side eye to see if he's understanding. I mean, how are you gonna kill him when he's got a gun? And see, does he register that what I just said?
No, he does not seem to understand English.
Okay.
Because I've never ever killed someone who has a gun before. That was sarcasm, if you couldn't tell.
I'm having impure thoughts.
If you...
It's not really what I meant, but it's kind of what I meant.
If you want to just walk away so I can deal with this, you can.
Oh, I'm having really terrible thoughts. Okay, call me back, though, because we could actually then take him back to the water tornado and see what happens when we put him in.
His
science.
His fellows are still...
Science!
There is no innocent blood.
Yeah, science.
Man, I am so upset I'm missing science.
This is a prime experiment. We must test this hypothesis.
I will point out that a few of his fellows are still there, and I don't know about you, but I can't carry a body stealthily and huck it over a wall.
Yeah, we're in kind of a situation.
So he's going to start like backing out of the street, backing down the street.
I'm gonna take a step forward, just raising an eyebrow.
He like, all right, so he'll like yell something in Chinese, and he like brandishes the revolver again.
We're in it now.
I'm just wondering, should we just get out of here and just like, as long as he doesn't follow us, as long as we're not being followed back.
Our favorite gorilla will know we're back in town, which means she will think that our friend is, and she will hunt him down.
But our favorite gorilla has to find us first.
Yes, because it's difficult to assume where we might go.
Our favorite gorilla is a pretty good band name too.
I'm trying not to use her name in front of this guy.
Yeah. It's also a great TV show.
So
if you genuinely think that I should back off, I will. But I think it is an enormous risk.
Okay, I'm gonna go hide behind a dumpster.
Cool.
So you start to like move away. So when Emma starts to move away, this guy he like again starts to take a couple steps back, thinking, if one of you's leaving, you're probably both leaving.
And I'm going to move forward and draw a dagger as I go.
All right. Make me. I mean, he's got the drop on you, so we're going to go into initiatives.
Okay.
With a readied firearm, he's going to go before you.
All right.
That adds to his. So he's going to shoot. I would like to use some GM inspiration. And
okay.
I love how you're shooting through it.
I'm a little disappointed. I need some Birds of Paradise magic here.
It doesn't look like a magic face.
Nope.
That was not. Nope. Alas, he was very close. If he had luck to spend, he'd spend it, but he doesn't. So a shot rings out. Kablam! And it's not that late. And so you will spend this round getting to him.
Okay. And drawing one of my daggers.
You've got Knives Out, no problem.
Knives Out was an excellent film, by the way.
Yes.
I have stolen that accent for many characters now. I mean, what is he gonna do?
Dance off.
Chauvinism. Dance off. Chauvinism's got to be good for something. He's gonna try and just club you with the. Not realizing what this poor fellow's gotten himself into, he's gonna try and pistol whip you. Oh, that's better. You should make a dodge roll.
That is a 24. That is a hard success.
All right. He is now starting to realize what he's gotten himself into as he like comes forward and he's almost like, fine. And he just lashes out at you and you dance out of the way and he goes, uh-oh. You have the initiative now.
And as part of that like flowing dance move to get out of the way, I come up and around with my knife to slash at him.
All right, do it.
37 is a hard success.
Nope, he's not going to dodge that one. So do your damage.
Hard success is full damage.
Yes,
so that is 6 points of damage.
All right, he did not enjoy that. You stabbed him but good, and he is bleeding quite a bit, and he like lets out a but he lets out a yowl. And I think he is going to, he's going to run. So he's going to throw the pistol at you and try and run. And so what that's going to do is we're going to make dex rolls, and you have a penalty die on this one because he threw the gun at you.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I need.
Oh man! Even with a penalty die, I got an 18.
Oh, geez.
Which is a hard success for me.
Right,
the other one's an 8.
Wow. So this poor guy who is now so far over his head, he like slides across he's running, and like there's a cart coming through, and he like Dukes of Hazzard slides across it, and he's like, I am getting away, no problem. And then you just vault over it, and you are right behind him. And he surrenders. He just stops, and he puts his hands up.
Okay.
And he's saying something in Chinese in a semi-crowded street. He's just like saying things to you, kind of, I don't know, they sound like, gosh, it's so hard to say what they sound like in Chinese because it's a tonal language.
But I could interpret it as pleading, perhaps.
I mean, he's put his hands up.
Fair.
And he's apparently no longer armed.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I'm going to ease back a step because we are in a semi-crowded street. I also don't understand what he's saying, and I feel like I might have the whole street on me if I continue.
And he is bleeding quite well.
Sorry, Donald, stop making commentary in the chat.
No, keep it up. Keep it up.
We're writing a backstory for this poor guy so that when he dies, it'll be extra tragic.
Clearly.
He pulls out the wallet with like the 8 kid pictures.
Yeah. And I'll ask quietly, do you speak any English?
He says something in Chinese.
I'll take that as a no. And I'm
the only words he know in English are Madam Lin.
I would like to say Madam Lin, excuse me, and try to pantomime out, do not tell her about us. And I'm not sure how I would go about doing
I would love to see this. Pantomime for this is a visual medium.
All right. Apologies to podcast listeners. So I will say Madam Lin and like glance in the direction of where I know her house to be because we've been there often enough.
Mm-hmm.
And like gesture him and at the house, and then like pantomime me stabbing him.
I'm gonna make an intelligence roll for him. Wow. He seems really focused on the pantomime stabbing thing because you didn't put your dagger away.
Nope.
And so you're like stabbing the air, and he's like, that seems to be his takeaway.
All right.
He says, you know, again, he puts his hand, you know, he's keeping his hands up, and he says something that now really sounds like plaintive. Mm-hmm. And he's just like,
I don't know, maybe I'll say Madam Lin again. Mm-hmm. and point at the house and then shh. And shaking my head for the podcast.
He looks very confused. And he says,
language barriers are hard.
And he goes, Madam Lin, no, shh.
You no speak, Madam Lin.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and I'll wipe the dagger on a handkerchief and put it away.
As soon as you put it away, he starts running away.
And I'm gonna glance around and see just how much of an audience this dumb show has attracted.
People watching, especially as people started yelling "Madam Lynn."
I'm sure
that's when people started watching.
So I'll clean my blade, put it away, glance around, and head back toward Emma.
You hear police whistles near where the gunshot was.
Oh, Emma, get out of there! You're close by.
Crawling around down on the ground underneath and behind stuff, just behind like garbage and whatnot, trying to like get away.
Yeah, I'll circle around where we were, going like staying counterclockwise to the police whistles as much as I can, so I don't encounter them while I'm coming around and looking for Emma.
Sure. Yeah, you find each other, and you want to head back to the mansion. Where do you want to go?
I want to go see if those three gentlemen are still standing there.
Me
right,
too.
there's three left.
Okay. So I'm going to need stealth rolls to make sure that they don't see you coming. This is an opposed roll.
Ooh, I think I made it.
That is a hard success for me.
Nice.
Just a regular success.
All right. Yeah, they are still there. One of them seems to have field glasses. With a hard success, you'll see that. And they seem to be very focused on the mansion.
Okay. I wonder if any of them speak English.
I don't know if they will. I don't know if they would or not, but what's worse is that, oh, where's that guy, by the way? Where is he? Where'd you stash him?
He surrendered. And I have rules. So I attempted to make it clear that he doesn't tell Madam Lynn about this. We'll find out how successful I was.
So pack our bags and leave town.
Wasn't that always the plan?
That should be the name of every episode.
Plan B, pack our bags and leave town. I mean, he's not going, he's going to say something.
I mean, he seemed awfully surprised by the fact that he wasn't able to lay a finger on me, and I gashed his side pretty good. Maybe that will persuade him that I'll come find him in his sleep like a demon or something. I don't know.
She's an 800-pound gorilla. She's gonna beat it out of him, or just beat him to death. I don't know which one.
Based on what Flint was saying about her temperament, I think that's much more likely.
Mm-hmm. That also creates a problem because she's either going to be looking for us and they're going to now be watching this place for us to show back up, because I really want to see what else is inside there.
Well, we would have to come back with Joan because that's the only way that we can get in and go and explore everything without, drowning. So, I don't know. Maybe we come back tomorrow morning, or I don't know. I think we should pull back for tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just wondering what kind of artifacts are in that house still that could potentially help us.
Remind me, correct me if I'm wrong, Ezra, but I thought that the house got raised to the ground and all of the pieces pulled through the cylinder of water because it was shooting back and forth and breaking everything.
Yeah, the house is gone.
Okay.
I don't think there's much left, honestly.
And from your vantage point, which is not as good as the vantage point of the three guys who have the setup, but it looks like there isn't even rubble. Like the house is just gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly don't think there's anything left here anymore. The bloated lady is on Grey Dragon Island, for better or worse, along with that scary, scary flesh-eating child.
Maybe she's hungry for Tank.
That'd be nice.
Okay, let's go back.
My quotes could be used that way.
Also, Brayden, 500 bits for science. I'm still very tempted to throw somebody. I'm very, very tempted to throw somebody into the water tornado.
I mean, we could probably overpower someone. We're still stealthed from them.
You say it, yet you don't do it.
3-2? I mean, I'd need a diversion.
Someone in the water would be the diversion.
The problem is that I am dexterous, I am not strong.
And I'm neither.
And hauling a terrified, squirming person, unless I come up behind them and cut their throat, and then, well, they're still terrified, but not squirming for as long.
Yeah, I say let's go.
Let's get out of here.
All right, so you head back, and you are circumspect in traveling back to the warehouse as you were coming here. You don't feel like you're followed, and when you get there, Joan is like, when she hears the door, Joan is there with the crowbar, like ready in case anybody's coming in. So you're going to spend the night in the warehouse. It's more comfortable than a Japanese destroyer. So that's not terrible, but it's not, your usual nice hotel room. You're sleeping on cots. And about 5 a.m, your translator asks if he can go home and come back.
Is he done yet?
He's not going to work all night. He said,
I'm just afraid that at this point, if you go home, you won't be able to come back.
I have a family.
I know, and I want to get you there as soon as possible. So let's get this done.
Am I getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're going to pay you, and we'll make sure you get back to your fam.
I mean, he is not the sort of person that will try and sneak out so he's gonna he begrudgingly goes to a cot and falls asleep. There might be, you might hear a little sniffle or two as he goes to sleep.
Aww.
I feel bad, but we got to get this done.
And at 5 a.m, there is a bright light in the room as a familiar door opens in the middle of the room, and out steps Donald with another gentleman. Dr. Hollister, introduce yourself.
Am I going to wake everyone up?
The light takes.
I am awake.
Yes.
As soon as that light hits my face, I'm up and moving, and already have a dagger in my hand.
These are the.
There's no need for that.
Donald.
Who did you bring back with you?
This fellow here is Dr. Hollister is the fellow. He's been working on my neck, and he insisted on returning for whatever reason.
Well, you're still healing, and I want to make sure that you're all right.
I'm fine.
Well, I'm going to make sure of that.
Donald has a massive bandage along the back of his neck.
Hello. And I'm going to put the dagger away in a, sorry, you startled me.
Well, magic doors opening, middle of the night.
The door has closed, by the way.
I'll take it.
Can I bring everything with me?
Yeah, you have your equipment. Yeah.
So,
it is. So for you guys, you were in DC, so it feels like it's the middle of the afternoon. I don't know what time 5 a.m. is in Shanghai from DC, but I'm going to say you left in the middle of the afternoon of
Yeah, it would be it would be afternoon probably. So to Singapore, 7 p.m. here is 10 a.m. there.
Is jet lag a term yet?
And instantaneous travel does not cause jet lag.
I figure I'll have to take a nap to try to.
I mean, you're going to be up it's going to be a long day, and it's weird to you that, it's dark here. That's
Well, I think it was expected.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, they had the wall
Are
of
you
clocks.
sure?
What's
I'm also here to help with any therapeutic needs you might have. It's my understanding that you've all been under a terrible amount of stress, and I would say my door's open to you, but well, that one just closed, and don't really have an office here.
Great. Can I go back to sleep now?
By all means.
Well,
Shut up.
welcome to the Great Dane Society, you poor bastard. I'm gonna go and sit down on my cot again.
Dr. Hollister, are you wearing like a white jacket? Are you wearing like street clothes?
I'm wearing street clothes. I figure I'm not gonna go around advertising. That's like almost if like I showed up in like the military fatigues that they were wearing back in the bunker.
Right.
Well, I'm going to pull him aside and chat with him a little bit because I want to make sure that this is indeed a doctor, and
all right.
and of psychology, maybe perhaps, like he's
Sure,
saying.
And of medicine.
You make a psychology roll, Joan. Hollister, also make a psychology roll.
I'm not a psychologist per se. I more study the mind than anything else. Oh no, a bit short.
All right. Yeah. You like asked him some, you know some shysters, and he does not seem like a shyster.
Okay. So
I'll be pretty upfront about the things that I don't know. Like I'll describe to you like how I understand the brain working and the mechanics behind it, and some of the a couple of the experiments that I've done.
The experiments tend to involve a lot of electrocuting things.
Whoa, and irradiation. Hold on.
all right. So when I hear about the electric, I'm going to ask him if he's the one who put Yosef in the electric chair.
Oh, I didn't place him in it.
But you created the chair, didn't you?
That was some great talking around.
I can't take full credit for that. My research definitely was a significant contributing factor to making it manifest, but
is Yosef going to be able to survive this? I mean, every time we see him, he looks like he's in utter pain.
Personally, I wouldn't recommend prolonged use. But
you're here. But
yes.
You're here.
Yes. That's that. I've made my recommendations as to how I believe it should be used, based on the contributions that I've made. And
they're not listening.
Rogers has made his decisions with those recommendations in mind.
So basically, they're not paying attention to you anymore after you made this horrible machine.
Some concessions were made, but
all right. I totally made my psych roll. What do I think of this guy now?
Everything he has said is true. He is clearly he's answering truthfully but slightly evasively. But when he's telling you he told you he helped make the machine. Yeah. He told you that he doesn't recommend being locked into that thing for a long time. But
so he believes all that, but he doesn't seem to be. I don't see any like empathy or being any of that kind of stuff for that person. I just see like, oh yeah, no, I told them and they didn't do it.
I mean, yeah, it seems. I mean, I don't know. You haven't had a lot of experience with military, but it seems this is what you think chain of command is like. I made my recommendation, and my superior officer said, "Here's the way it's going to be," and I said,
"Yes,
okay.
Sir. Okay, all right."
Oh no, we'll check in with Alexandra if she's still awake and just asking her what's been going on and so forth.
Yeah, she's still awake and sitting on her cot, and looks up and smiles. How you feeling?
Hurts like a bitch, frankly. It's not really healed, but they tell me it was a successful surgery. How long have I been gone? It seems like just a day.
It has been about a day.
Right, so it should take a little while to heal, is what this fellow tells me, but we're fine.
Yeah, there. Let's see. Interesting highlights. Flint has decided to go to Japan with Taro. I don't think you were here for that discussion.
Oh,
I think he was.
that's right. I think
Yeah.
so.
I don't think so. Oh yes, you were.
Yeah.
You didn't tell Rogers about that. I remember.
That's right. We went to Ho Fang's compound. That got very interesting.
You can tell me about it later if you like.
It was more odd than anything else. There was
Make a listen check.
Yeah, sure. Make me a listen check.
I would like to mosey on over to that conversation.
I'm going to follow him.
All right.
How close am I to this conversation?
Do I notice this?
It's hard
I'm
not to.
I'm not entirely unsubtle.
Yeah.
He
He like comes over and he's like looking at the back of Flint's neck, like, you know, like that's his cover.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to pause as he's doing that and just wait.
How close am I to this conversation?
It's not a big warehouse, so you're all.
I just get up and take my crap and like just just drag my cot across the across the warehouse. Be like, I am trying.
The other guy's asleep. The other guy's asleep.
Yeah.
No, nobody's asleep now because you people will not be quiet.
And he's like, "Is it time to go back to work?"
No, yes.
5 o'clock in the morning. Let the man sleep.
Which one? He's like, "No
Not
answer."
letting me sleep. Nobody's sleeping.
I'll stand up and like gesture for Donald to come with me and like I imagine there's like a side room at like one of the conference rooms that we'd met Taro in once before.
And I'm gonna try to make sure that Hollister doesn't follow them because I can tell Alexandra by her expression.
I'm going to ask to join. I'm incredibly fascinated in this. I've heard something about this manor.
If you want to be part of the conversation, you don't have to sneak over and pretend.
Well, I wasn't sneaking.
I'm sure Joan can fill you in. It's fine, Doctor. I'll be fine. Thank you for your work.
We would have filled Joan in though before going to bed.
Okay.
Because I mean, we would have told her what happened and that, you know, any artifacts that are there are gone. The scary.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll just say let them have a second. She hasn't seen him for a while. Let them have a second. We'll talk.
Yeah, I'll draw Donald aside and fill him.
I can tell by her face. She's like,
Can I see Donald's face from where I'm at?
They close the door to the room. So it's very early in the morning. At this point, the poor translator is like going to he's going to like he puts a coffee pot on the little wooden on the cast iron stove that heats this place, and he's just like sighing, and he starts making rice, and he seems to be swearing under his breath in Chinese.
Swearing has a certain international flavor to it.
Yes, you can hear the guttural tone, and so I'm gonna say let's make something to eat, Doctor. Let's come over here and see what we got, and I'm gonna come over to where the translator is and tell him that we're really sorry. We had unexpected visitors here, and I introduce him to Dr. Hollister.
Hollister, do you speak any Chinese?
No.
All right.
Damn it. You had an opportunity to make a brand new character and you didn't make someone who spoke Chinese. Come on.
Doesn't fit the character.
That's right. The translator is like more now openly like muttering under his breath in Chinese and just
yeah.
And he'll sit there for as long as it takes to like make the coffee and rice. He will pointedly not make enough for anyone but himself.
Yep. I'll introduce him, just say, we had unexpected guests. Dr. Hollister is going to be with us for a little while. He's looking after Donald, and then we'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone. Let him do what he needs to do.
He looks at you and he says, I will be finished today.
Sounds good for all of us.
Please prepare my payment. So yeah, he'll go sit at his table with eating rice, some sort of porridge that he just whipped up. It smells quite good actually, and drinking coffee, and working on the translation.
Right.
It's about 6 a.m.
Yeah, I'm going to start making breakfast for everybody. They're going to need it, and Emma will wake up when she smells it.
Yeah, I start smelling the coffee, and I'm drawn out of when I start smelling it after filling Donald in on everything that happened.
Okay. So, is the plan to just wait until he finishes the translation? Are you guys going to do anything today? It's now May 6th.
Yep.
The 8th was your I believe was the full moon.
Yep, the 8th was a full moon. I'm actually concerned that we may have to find a backup warehouse.
Oh?
Did Thomas just laugh at the notion of a backup warehouse?
He was trying to sneak in between rooms, and he just stopped right there and just started laughing. I was like, "Get out!"
Fair enough. Yeah, and I would have told Donald about the person from Madame Lynn and how I'm fairly sure I think I scared him badly enough that he won't tell her, but you know.
He thinks you're going to kill Madame Lynn.
Cool.
So how long do we need to stay in this town?
Just until this translation is done.
Where should
And
we go next?
Egypt.
Well, we need to. Yeah, it's either that or if we can within 2 days figure out what the capstone would be for the Bloated Woman. I mean, we're missing so many pieces here. We're missing what is that capstone. We're missing where is that container that she needs to be contained into. We also have the issue of, and I look at the doctor. I'm gonna look at the doctor again and be like, the flesh tank, the zombies, the vampire girl, Stanford.
Yeah.
Another boat ride.
And Alexandria visibly twitches at the mention of the zombies.
Where do we think the bloated lady would have been hidden away? What's the word?
Entombed.
Entombed. Where would that be?
I don't know anything about this culture or where they would entomb their demon. And then I look at Joan like, where would they entomb? Yeah, where?
You could try an occult roll, Joan.
I could try.
What would I roll to figure out the
I just made it.
person during this conversation?
What would you roll to find what? I'm sorry?
Like to feel out the mental state. Like I'm trying to figure out if anyone is.
Yeah. Make a psychoanalysis roll. Joan, you think that it's possible it was that temple? It's possible that it's Great Dragon Island.
Yeah, that's
possible that it's one of those pyramids that was being discussed. You know, since pyramids have sort of been
the theme.
Yeah, it seems like there's a couple of options there. Great Dragon Island's clearly symbolic for something. It was, the locus of those points, but Shanghai was one of those points
as well. Yeah.
And just as clearly, we are not getting to that island, at least not at the moment.
But Joan, you said Shanghai was one of the points. Is that right?
That's what we understood was one of the points, but we didn't figure out exactly.
No, I said that, but let me just double check that.
I was going to say,
I don't think it was because it was only a point in the middle of the ocean, not actually Shanghai, and then there was one in Australia, obviously, and one at the pyramid.
Yeah, the point, Great Dragon Island is actually the point.
That's the one that's near Shanghai? Okay, that's why we thought it was that. Okay, so, but we do have the materials.
I mean, do we?
I mean, that you need a drum.
Yeah, but I thought these were specific. I thought this was specific to Egypt.
So you do not have the Eye of Light and Darkness. that you would need to make for whatever this is.
Right.
So that would need to happen. It's probably not likely that happens in 2 days.
Yeah, I think that if we're going to take advantage of the full moon, it's going to have to be Egypt, because we have the pieces of the Eye of Light and Darkness. We're going to have the ritual and all of the component parts to it, or at least all of the knowledge that we need for it by the end of today.
Yes.
Was what the gentleman was saying. I think our best bet is going to be Egypt. Why are you looking at me like that? I say to Dr. Hollister.
I'm looking at everyone equally. You just happen to be the one.
Yeah, he has this habit of like staring deeply at like whoever, like just sort of rotating, looking at people in a very, in a very in a very calm but clearly evaluative way.
I'm used to judging. I have Italian parents.
I was gonna say I'm in the arts. I'm used to people judging what I do.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
Not judging at all.
Especially men.
Did you make that roll, Nick?
I was 8 short, close, but no cigar.
You could spend some luck.
I could, but I'm not gonna.
You could.
Do we want to let him roll again?
I'll push it.
I don't know. Do we? Is it to the group's advantage? Because right now I don't know this guy from.
We need to bring him into the fold.
That and if he's evaluating sanity, metagaming just a tiny bit, psychology can help with that.
Well, I mean, I was upfront with a reason that I am here is that you are all under, and I'll even say this right now. It is my understanding that you are all under exceptional stress. And there is no recorded literature on how people cope with that.
Sleep with grenades.
It's very much in our best interest to make sure that you are all healthy and functional if you're going to complete your goals.
You haven't been told much about us, have you? We have never been healthy or functional.
That's the that's why I'm here.
Functional.
Okay, so after that speech,
no,
I second the bits. After that speech,
I third them. Yeah, I third them after that.
Yep.
Too short.
Do it.
It's okay. Here's the thing. Like, I'm just gonna stress and make it clear. As I said before, my door is open. If anyone needs to talk to me, I don't even know how to begin to assess how this could impact any of you.
Are you been assigned to trail after us as we go on doing things? Is that your assignment?
Well, my main assignment is to look after Donald and his recovery, but we would definitely like to know more about what we are dealing with and how we can prepare and understand the pressures or to handle the pressures.
How much did they tell you, Hollister?
Mostly high-level information, just major events, people's heads falling off, people being turned into animals.
Okay, you do know about that.
Other things that are more personal to some of you, which I don't think is great to bring up. If you want to talk about them, feel free, but
that could apply to every single one of them.
At some level. Oh yes.
So how well on his way to being fully, I don't even know the words right now, to be fully functional for Donald?
Recovered.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
I'm being completely honest. I have no idea
No, lie to
what
me.
caused
Come
this. But assuming no magical side effects, his recovery seems remarkable. I would prefer he not engage in any like running and jumping and fisticuffs.
Yeah. Well.
For how many days?
What is that? Nick doesn't have the medicine for that, but his character does.
Yeah, you would say, you would like him to not do much for a week. really.
Yeah. I mean,
the amount of skin that was taken off.
Yeah, we don't have that much
most
time.
likely I probably didn't want him leaving the same day.
Yeah.
How often am I sticking him with morphine?
Donald has not asked for anything.
Jeez.
Yeah, Donald's a badass.
I definitely want to keep an eye on him.
I'm sure.
So we have to remark upon.
He has
Mr.
asked for
Hollis.
whiskey on numerous occasions, though.
That's just every day. That's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's not.
Right, yeah.
So you've been told, Doctor, about some of the things that we've been up to and what we need to do and what our purpose is. Are you going to be coming along with us? And what else can you do other than just try to get in our brains?
I'll be with you for at least a while. I certainly would like to see Donald's full recovery. If I think there's any important information that I could bring back to better prepare our men, I think that I would like to stay for that. As for what I can contribute, I do know how to use a firearm.
You're a medical
electronics, biology, chemistry. I prefer not to use the firearm.
I understand that.
But I mean, how many times have we looked at each other and said it would be really nice to have a doctor right about now?
Oh, and
always.
Surgery.
All right, so he can help us scour this whole place for supplies that we can take with us, because we're going to have to go.
Doctor, when you say better prepare the men, what is the plan? To prepare the men for what? Prepare the men for what?
We're dealing with things that mankind is not prepared to deal with.
Because I didn't see them come through the portal and help us on Great Dragon Island.
Well, to be fair, we didn't exactly make
no. I'm not aware of any request. Please forgive me. Was that?
So what you're saying is that next time we just call ahead.
Planning
we
is
don't always.
Yes.
Well, we don't always know what's going to be happening when we go to different places, because you know that there's magic and there's all sorts of other things.
I can guarantee something's going to blow up. I can guarantee the Duchess is going to show up on a boat. I can guarantee now what else is going to happen.
What?
Yeah. I was like, what? Huh?
Who?
Oh.
You'll meet her, I'm sure.
We'll tell you that on the way.
And also that we will go through at least one of our hotels, probably by setting one of them on fire.
Yes.
I am familiar with that. That is it. There are surprisingly detailed records of that.
How many of those records are all in caps lock?
I don't believe any of them have.
Hollister, you also have the ability to, you have a conduit to Rogers that maybe the group hasn't had, and so whether or not you want to tell them this, you could probably get access to a doorway, especially if you had a good reason for it.
I actually assume they can too, so I probably wouldn't bring it up. It'll probably come up at some point, why don't we use the doorway?
Well, yeah, that's exactly, because I'm thinking we've only got 2 days to get to Egypt.
Well, and I'm hoping that we would be able to use a doorway to get to Egypt. As much as I hate to tax,
I know.
We just go from an out of character to an in character discussion.
Yeah. But I think we should read the translation first, just to verify that we have all the things before we just pop through a doorway.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Because not only that, I mean, right now none of us have been contaminated with anything, but who knows who's listening, both here and in the nether regions of the world, of the universe. Yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna go check on our friend and see if he's okay. And
he's like, I'm so close. And
I'm going to be looking through the papers and things like that he's there, because I want to get a sense of it. I don't want it just to be a surprise.
Yeah, after we've like broken apart, I'm gonna pick up my coffee cup and say, Dr. Hollister, a word, and but gesture him over to that room and close the door behind us.
Sure.
I have 2 questions for you. First, how much of what we tell you in your position as someone helping us deal with stress is going to get back to the powers that be? Because there are things that I would rather your superiors didn't know.
If at all possible, I would like to be able to share the effects of anything supernaturally described. That being said, I'm willing to keep anything that you say confidential. It would have to be with your permission to share that information, and we can review that at a later date if you're comfortable with it. That
makes sense. How did anything weird happen during Donald's surgery? Besides, a massive thing that didn't feel quite like flesh being
that is
attached
such a relative question. I've never removed magically infused flesh from another person before, so in one manner of speaking, the entire thing was it was entirely abnormal. On the other hand, all of the tissue that was marked was removed with, I would say, relative ease, and I'm actually appalled at how well he's been recovering. I can't tell if that's due to another factor or if that's simply due to him.
That's just Donald.
So there's nothing normal about that I can use as a frame of reference. I apologize.
That's fair. Was there anything, I don't know medical stuff, but we are concerned that the marking may have been used as a way of listening in or tracking us. I don't know how much you know about the occult or any of that sort of thing. Did you see any indication of something like that?
Nothing terribly useful. We're at this point, we're coming up with whatever tests that we can think of to measure these sorts of things. There were variances in those tests from standard subjects, but nothing that stood out as a smoking gun, if that makes any sense. Nothing exceptional. We're just not in a position to really be able to tell.
But you were able to remove everything that was connected to the marked flesh?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
That would be his entire body, other than yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your candor, Doctor. I may have further conversation with you at some point. Not right now. I'm too tired. And like sip my coffee and head out.
I do apologize for the timing.
It's differences in time across the globe. It is what it is.
So
thank you.
Unless you guys are going to do anything, we're going to zip to the translator finishing.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to make a roll for him.
Montage! It's just him cursing from different angles.
And scribbling. Yeah.
Montage is that's pretty much what it is.
Right there with him.
So he is going to work until 10 o'clock tonight.
Wow.
At 10 o'clock, he stands up. He looks at Joan and he says, "It's done. Now let me go."
We're going to need you to stay an extra day and just recheck everything.
No. 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes to just go through it. I mean, I've been here with you, but I need to have the very end. Can you just...
How many pages is this?
This is 140 pages.
Wow.
5 minutes, Jeremy.
Handwritten.
No, but I've been going through it. I just want to make sure I get the ending. We have the ending, and we're, that we have all the pages in order, and I just.
And so he also has made I heard how important you thought this was, so I made this. And he pulls out a sheet of paper. He points out a sheet of paper on the table that is just what the three eyes of light and darkness are.
Yes.
So one is the capstone of the pyramid.
Okay.
One, and in all three cases, they have those same hieroglyphics on them. The second one is a jade statue of the Bloated Woman.
I saw inside. I saw inside that temple. Did I see anything that looked like that there?
Make me an intelligence roll.
Emma's thinking, did I see anything like that at Madame Lynn's place?
Emma doesn't need to make an intelligence roll. Alexandra, you and Emma both are like, oh crap. Because yes, there is a jade statue of the Bloated Woman in Madame Lynn's house.
And I'm sure we both say, oh crap, at the same time.
And then the third thing.
So glad Clint is gone.
The third one is a pyramid made of glass, of fused sand that has those hieroglyphics in it. And then the ritual is actually pretty much exactly what Brady gave you.
Okay.
The blood of innocence that has to fill those hieroglyphics every beat of the drum.
Oh.
It has to fill it every beat of the drum.
Now, the hieroglyphics are not large. Like when you look at the Eye of Light and Darkness, it is not that large. And so, it is not a ton of blood, but you do have to do this for several hours.
Yeah. How many hours do we have that?
It's in the Google Doc.
Okay. I'll just write hours down and then I'll look it up.
The translation is in there. Let's see here. I have the...
Yeah, I pulled it up. I was just trying to reread it again. People's handwriting is terrible.
You haven't seen mine.
I enjoy when when games will use the every script font they can find. So, let's see here. It is
no further than
30 leagues from the eye. The eye expels evil. Must fill the pupil of the eye once per drum beat from then to moonset. And so it starts
pupil of the eye. So that's not the whole thing. It's just that one.
One spot.
In the hieroglyph.
The pupil is the hieroglyphics, isn't it?
So the afternoon before the full moon rises, then you have the blood of an innocent must fill the pupil. So that afternoon, and there's a chant that is also involved.
Yep.
And then when next the moon rises, the eye will open, and that is the ward and the guard. And it should be wherever you want to ward because it can't be moved once that has happened.
Right.
And it can only be destroyed by a mortal.
Did you say mortal or immortal?
Mortal.
A mortal.
A mortal.
A normie.
Okay. And
Debian.
how far is 30 leagues?
I have that for you here. It's actually, sorry, that's not 30 leagues. It's 30 li, which is a Chinese measurement, and it gives he will give you the translation. It is, good thing I just closed that page.
Because we need to be, I'm assuming it's close.
2 li is a Chinese mile. So 2 li is about a third of a mile. So 30 li would be 5 miles.
Pretty big.
Oh, so we could potentially, if we think it's on the island. How big is the island?
I mean, it says a high place, so if you got up on that volcano and put it there,
And I would bet that the fused glass is one meant to go into that one, because volcanoes.
All right, where do we think this jade is
The obsidian.
placed? Where is the location that ritual needs to go?
well, you know the Eye of Light and Darkness that you have is the capstone of an extant pyramid.
Right.
And now we know that the Eye of Light and Darkness is at Madame Lynn's house.
The second one is at Madame Lynn's house.
The one that seals the Bloated Woman.
Yes, but we don't know where it's supposed to go.
No, so okay. The translation will tell you. Sorry, that the Bloated Woman one is for Grey Dragon Island. That is the Bloated Woman's home.
Okay.
The glass pyramid is for Australia, and it is for something called the sand bat.
Yep, I remember hearing about this way back in Peru.
Yep.
And there was that Australian guy that you met briefly.
Okay. So we've got the Egyptian capstone. We know where the jade statue is, and we don't have the pyramid of glass yet.
And
If you meet a glazier, you could possibly
reproduce it.
Right.
All right.
So-
So our guy, we're gonna somebody going to take him home, or we're gonna let him go by himself.
He's a
He's
big boy.
fine going by himself.
Oh, I know. I'm just, and then we need some cash.
Joan looks around to everyone else.
Yeah.
Again, we did not act decisively and rescue the accountant. I'm kind of in a pickle. You have all of his paperwork.
I'm not getting paid.
Well, we've got them funds. Doctor, perhaps you've got some.
Looking around at everyone, kind of shocked. I
I
probably
knew that.
actually did convert some of my money over.
Yeah, you have some money. I mean,
I'm-
it's not a lot.
Yeah, well, I was looking at just like enough to get by for myself, but like
Yeah.
how much
So
are
you have like a couple $100, that you have taken out as travel money. Your government per diem for.
I'm taking out my wallet and looking around, kind of like, seriously?
Right. Take care of this.
What? How?
You'll get money back from the heads up. We needed to pay this guy. It's part of the thing.
Rogers hasn't resupplied us, so you take care of that for us.
I wasn't aware that was a part of your arrangement with Rogers.
Right.
Huh.
Oh, sorry that you
Dr.
didn't get that
Hollister will
memo.
remember this.
Yeah. Well, we're sorry you didn't get that memo.
Yeah, no one's told me how much to pay him yet, too. They're just like, pay him.
Yep.
How many
All
days
right.
has it been that he's worked for us?
What now?
How much?
How many days has it been?
Yeah. I don't remember.
It actually hasn't been that. It's been a depressingly short amount. It's been
Like what? 5, maybe
5 days?
It's been like 5 days, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
May 2nd. It's now May 6th. When did he start working for us?
I don't know. Where did we get him? I can't even remember anymore.
Brady.
Brady.
So
Brady
when,
gave it to us.
when did you meet Brady?
So it's
Well,
been like a
remember
week,
the
I
first guy
think.
got murdered, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, the first one got murdered. So
Yeah, so I think this has only been,
It's been about a week.
yeah.
So let's pay him for 7 days at a daily salary, whatever it was we agreed to.
Um,
Mhm.
What was that?
There was never an amount agreed to. You just said that I would be well rewarded.
All right. So no, out of character, guys. We know
what
how
would
much.
I roll to figure
how much?
out what would be good compensation?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Make a credit rating roll.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's-
this should be an accounting roll, really.
Yep.
Oh, where's
Can I try an
the
accounting roll first and then fall back on a credit rating roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the accounting. If anybody
I
else
did
has,
not roll a 5.
all right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Would you like to inspire that?
Yeah, yeah. Does anybody have
No.
any? I don't have any accounting,
All right,
and
make a
my
credit
credit
Nobody
rating
does.
is.
Dr. Hollister, make a credit rating roll.
Nope, didn't make it.
All right.
Does
So
anyone else
you-
want to try to figure out?
Dr. Hollister just starts to like hand over several $100s.
A little more than that.
There's no more.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Give them half of that. Where's our backup warehouse?
No, 100. 100 is
I've
a nice
already
round
handed it over.
figure.
I'm not taking
For
it.
a week.
This,
For how many days
The guy,
if we hear?
the guy has $300 in his hand, and he's like, he hasn't pocketed it yet because you're having this incredibly awkward conversation in front of him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I closed my wallet and I'm putting it back in my pocket. This is absurd. Like, this man looks like he's under a good amount of stress. I've actually noticed him a couple times throughout the day. Like, he just has the money now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. He looks
Welcome.
at the rest of you and mutters something in Chinese.
I really
But I mean,
appreciate
it's like,
working with you.
To know what,
No, I'm going to tell him I really appreciate working with you and being able to
You
learn.
kidnapped me.
I still appreciate working with you.
You're all crazy. You're all crazy.
You
now
can't
you're-
know about us, you
does
realize.
that give me another chance to make a psychoanalysis roll on them?
I mean, if you trust this guy's opinion, you
He's spent
dragged
more
me to
time with them than I have.
you dragged me to that devil island. You left me in a ship that got torn apart. Why would you do this to a person?
So
Just
the
open
whole-
the door.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
just opened the door. Just
Yeah.
standing at the door,
Yeah.
like, anytime you've got all my money, I am now annoyed.
I'm just like
Get
looking
out.
at him like,
You can't tell anyone about us, you understand, right?
He like walks out and he says something pointed in Chinese.
Blam.
I was gonna say, have I learned it? Is it one of the cuss words I've learned so far?
He did not give you a translation for it, sadly.
Too bad.
I think, closing the door on that episode, that we're going to go to break.
Okay.
So we will be back as soon as 6 people can use 6 toilets. Welcome back, and we can't leave you glorious bastards alone for a second. My goodness. We got Eldebrat giving 7 subscriptions, and then Jay Matthews dropping 10, so fine. We'll do a giveaway. You forced our hand. We didn't want to. We think, you guys...
LD Brett had 12 total, apparently.
12.
There was some back and forth there. There was a little...
rivalry.
So really, Eldebrat showed up Jay Matthews is what we're saying here. And Jay Matthews brought up a great point that I want to bring up briefly. This is our 50th episode.
Wow.
So congratulations to you guys for putting up with me for 50 episodes. And also congratulations to Quests and Chaos, because we've been around a while. And, this is 50 episodes with what, a 5-month layoff?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So we've been at this like a year.
We had to rebuild the world, so it took a while. But I've enjoyed at least 47 of those 50 episodes. So thank you all so much. This is awesome. So we're going to do...
3 sucked. Which 3 were terrible?
All of the ones where I was playing Doyleson, obviously.
I love all my children equally. That's never true.
Beautiful lie.
So we're going to do a giveaway of a Nord Games luck deck for a game that I don't like. So you can get it #chaos just put in #chaos, and we will be running through, and at a certain point, Thomas will hit the button and poof, a luck deck will appear in your grubby little hands. And don't ever use it, is my advice to you. All right, that is that. Thank you again so much. 50 episodes. Wow, I should really get it. Here's to 50 more.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Prost, everybody.
Prost.
I want to save the world before 50 episodes. Just
Denied.
At the rate you guys go,
At the rate we're going, it's not going to happen, man.
At least we know what to do.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
This is the episode where we finally really know what to do. So
And then everybody gets killed.
No, I am specifically writing it down so that whenever Alexandria kicks it, at least Doyleson will know, and any character that I play afterwards will have the journal passed to them.
You know what to do, and you know where to do it in Egypt. You know where to do it in the Pacific, but in the China Sea, but you don't really want to go back there. I'm sure it's fine. Oh man, Thomas is now saying there might be some Libris Arcana dice in there as well.
Ooh.
Wow. This is turning into a prize package.
Yeah.
I just got a really pretty set from Libris Arcana. This came in yesterday.
Ooh.
If it's not Birds of Paradise, we don't talk about it here.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me show off the Birds of Paradise that I have going on here.
Oh, yeah, those are I'm using the same ones.
Those are pretty.
Or the magpie ones that I have here.
Those are nice.
This is the prototype that will never ever leave my house because they're one of a kind. You'll never see them again. I want them.
Rachel gifted. We've been sending Birds of Paradise out as birthday presents to friends and gamers.
That's cool.
They make a lovely gift. I hope they're all worse for them though.
I actually have two sets for friends of mine that I got into role-playing games, and when I see them again, they will be gifted.
Nice. I think our code might still be working on Birds of Paradise as well.
Chaotic.
Chaotic, and you get 15% off of whatever you order. It's you can't beat it. And my guarantee to you is that Birds of Paradise dice will kill at least one of your players. That's my guarantee to you.
Can they use that? Can they use that as a marketing slogan?
I'm sure Andrea's thought of that.
I'm a little worried because Rachel goes, "Oh, I have to take a picture of you with some dice," and so I maybe
I feel like that's
yeah.
But
Ezra approved.
These are I will not use. I have those lovely metallic dice that I enjoyed. No, I'm the only things in my dice donut now are Birds of Paradise. That's
wow, highest honor there. And I'm actually not being sarcastic because I remember how you were like, nope, I have one set, I will never get another.
And when he
Dang.
says dice donut, it's not like an old thing that people sit on. It's for hemorrhoids. It's actually like the equivalent of a dice bag.
I actually don't even know where it is anymore.
It's
Because
more like a dice box, but it looks like a frosted donut.
it's a wooden donut that carries dice. It's awesome.
Wow.
We are far afield. So it is 10 o'clock at night. You've just let that poor translator go. And yeah, what are your plans? You got up kind of early. You're very tired.
We should break into Madame Lynn's and steal the jade statue.
What if we did that and then immediately went to Egypt?
Ooh, like
From her house.
Well, yeah,
portal straight out of there.
if we know her address and we can plan properly and adhere to a certain timetable, we could go in, time it so okay, all right.
No. Listen, I'm listening to you, Doctor.
You can keep talking. We can just guarantee it won't happen.
I mean, it's a noble ambition, but the Great Dane Society is not known for its punctuality or its ability to keep to a plan.
We could work on that though.
We plan really well.
We
Keeping
just
to it.
to a plan.
That is not in your records.
That's mostly because no one is privy to us making the plans. They just see the disastrous outcomes.
Oh, we've got some great outcomes, guys. Come on, man. Let's not put ourselves down here.
Go on.
One.
Where do we think Madame Lynn would be right now?
Maybe what
bar would she be at?
Emma, you have the calendar. What day of the week is it?
It's the 5th, right? It's the 6th.
Sixth.
It's like literally you told me this 5 minutes ago. So it's Wednesday night. I'm assuming she'd be at one of those clubs.
That seems like a reasonable assumption, especially because it's only 10 o'clock at night and we saw her go out like dressed to the nines multiple times when we were around her.
I mean, granted, she is a gorilla now, so I don't know if she's, well, I don't know. You know,
She probably
I mean,
is because she's trying to take over as like mayor of Shanghai. So, you know, out there to be seen.
Yeah.
It's a risk.
Well, we don't need the group of us all going together to her house. That wouldn't make any sense.
Did we get any sense for how big this thing is?
Yeah, how big is
Oh
that?
no, I've seen it. I would remember. How big is this thing?
It's about 2 feet tall.
About you big? Okay.
and it's in the place where we had dinner. That room.
Right. It's in the room with all the other trinkets that she doesn't understand.
I mean, I know exactly where it is. If we could get in and get out, we could do it pretty quickly.
She no longer has gorilla bodyguards.
It's true.
This is true because she is a gorilla bodyguard.
All right, well, it's a stealth mission. We sneak in, we take it, we get out. So that means there's two of us that go.
It seems most reasonable for Donald and I to do this.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Donald might not be in the best condition.
I'm fine, Doctor. I can do this.
Oh, that bandage around your neck says otherwise.
Has he changed the bandage at all today?
I think it's time.
I'm gonna like gently nudge Donald with my shoulder and say, look, the only way he's gonna let you go is if you let him deal with that. Go on.
And Doctor, take this thing off and let's
Time to get the pus out.
So here's a positive. There is no pus because you take the bandage off and it's like nothing happened. His neck is exactly the same as it was before you hacked 3 inches of skin and back neck material off. There's no slice, there's no cut. The mark is still there.
All right, so drain the pus or whatever it is you have to do. Put the bandage on and let me go.
Do I see this? Because I would be looking. I think.
Sure. Yeah. Anybody who it's
Doctor.
There is a long, 10-second silence, and then a dejected sigh. Well, I don't think you need the bandage anymore.
All right, that's great. It's here. That's fine. Let's get back to work.
Donald, it's still there.
What do you mean? Reaching back, how does it feel?
It feels like your neck. There's no cut. It doesn't hurt.
Did it feel funny last time he was touching it? Or,
yeah, it hurt.
No, I remember touching like the mark and it not feeling right.
Oh yeah, no, it has that same feel of it's not your skin. There's a very clear weird feeling of this is not my skin.
And Donald still has the scars on his leg where they took the skin off for the transplant, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's have a look at that then.
Those hurt.
Do my job.
Yeah, those hurt. You change the bandages on those. Those look normal.
Doctor, what the hell happened?
Well, my professional opinion, magic.
That's it. Print it. That's
it.
That's the
it.
title for the next episode. It has to be.
I'm going to need to run some more tests.
Where did we get this one? Because he seems real smart.
Yeah, we're keeping this one as long as we can.
What do you mean you have to run some more tests? Is this different? Is it different? Is it the same? What does it look like?
Oh, it looks exactly the same.
What does that mean?
That means that whatever Stanford did to you was not something that can be excised by a blade.
It's permanent.
Well, or
I don't think I could remove much more than I did last time without very serious problems for you.
There must be some other way to get this off then. If it's magic, right, then there's some other magic that can remove it.
one would think, but I stay away from that stuff.
Have to do some research or something. Oh God, where's Silvano when I need him?
He's on that island.
Being tortured according to the records, right?
Yeah, I mean, somebody pull out his finger. Where's his finger pointing now?
I'm not pulling that thing out.
Who's got the finger?
I think I still do.
Yeah.
And no.
Yeah.
You've got your finger.
I got my finger.
Yeah.
Was the good doctor not able to reattach that, or are we just gonna like chuck it in an incinerator at some point?
Actually, a medical opinion would be great. Is that reattachable or not?
Oh no, not at this point. That would be weird. It would always point toward, like, you'd put it on and it would just like
Your hand will always be like
sliding towards you.
So Donald still has his own finger in probably a little cigar box or cigarette case, probably.
Nice.
How does that make you feel?
Nope. Get out.
Right. Wow. Donald and I have a statue to go steal.
Well, how Donald's had something of a shock. And
I will point out, Dr. Hollister, that the entirety of the last 5 months have been a shock. And prior to that, about 5 years ago, there was a hell of a shock. So we sort of live in a state of perpetual shock.
This is a pretty minor shock, all things considered.
So if we're going to try to not operate under conditions of shock, we should just go throw ourselves in the ocean right now because it's over.
No, but we throw ourselves into our work. That's what we do.
So speaking of throwing ourselves in the ocean, so when Madam Lynn figures out what we're up to, how are we getting out of this mess? How are we getting to the island? How are we getting out of here?
well, how long after making a phone call doesn't take too long. Do we have a phone in here?
No, it's not in the warehouse.
Do we have a location that's relatively safe? I think I could leave, get wired some more money tomorrow when things are open, set up a location where we do have a phone, and if afterwards you can arrive there only if you have obtained the statue, we could then make a call and exit immediately.
We should probably at some point also wire. I've lost his name. The lawyer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me how to do this wiring stuff since nobody will go get my what?
Carlton Ramsey.
Thank you, Carlton Ramsey. We should
Since
wire.
nobody wants. Yeah, since nobody wants to go get Silvano.
There's kind of a lot of nightmares between us and Silvano.
Once we steal from Madame Lynn, we'll be just like Brady to her. She will think of us as she thought of him.
I suspect she already does.
Well, if you get caught. But it sounds like we should wait till tomorrow when we're set up to actually leave. Which means Donald should rest for the night.
Fine, another day shouldn't be too much trouble.
All right. Well, I'll look around here and see if I can make a drum because we need a skin and just basically just something that we could make a drum out of. So
we could probably also get a drum at one of the markets.
Someone in Shanghai would be happy to sell you a drum.
Okay.
Or somewhere in Egypt, I imagine.
Or somewhere in Egypt would also be happy to sell. There are
But we should take a pot and a spoon with us anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Perfect. Perfect. I will do that. I will have a
so in character with us.
A pot and a spoon at all times.
Yep.
So I want to. So Eraser Texas or TX, I would think Texas. He won the first giveaway, and then Thomas immediately started another giveaway. So now we're giving away, I think, a critical hit deck. So last chance for hashtag chaos, or no, hashtag crit, I guess this one is.
Crit. As Devin would say.
Hashtag crit in the chat, last chance. Lucy is attacking.
Go, Lucy, go.
So you're just going to lay off for tonight.
Sure.
We did wake up pretty early. I imagine both Donald and Dr. Hollister are feeling the effects of being awake for a long time.
But don't we think that Madame Lynn's out of her house now? That we should go now and get the thing?
I think we're assuming that she is. I think that's one of the reasons your plans might fail.
Sorry?
You do have a point in the fact that tomorrow evening, you two could potentially stake out her house, wait till she leaves.
That's a good point.
Okay.
It is fairly late, and you Donald and Dr. Hollister, you look exhausted. I'm tired. I imagine you two are all in.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
So it is about 11. People start going to sleep. Everything's fine. Everybody make me listen rolls.
Everything's fine. He says before making us make listen rolls.
Ooh, so I don't know, what's my listen? Oh, that's religion. Never mind.
Oh my God.
Oh, I enjoyed that. So
I look up and I see 3 thumbs down. I'm just like, Jesus.
So 2 of you made it.
Do we need to listen to somebody else?
No, I think it's fine. 2 of you made it. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure it's great. Let me rephrase that. Would you like to inspire anybody else?
Who has the best listen among you 3?
86.
Well,
but I made it.
You and I made it.
Emma's ears.
74. He's got great listen, but I could roll. I need to.
I
think we 44. I think we inspire Tom.
Let's just try one more. Yeah. Let's try it again. It says famous last words as somebody fumbles.
Yeah, right. So 44.
All right.
Yes.
So everybody that made it, this was actually a smell test. At about 2 a.m, you smell smoke.
Oh crap!
Oh no!
I am up and moving, and just like bang my cot on the floor as hard as I can.
The 3 of you make me Constitution rolls.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep, made it again.
Made it. 23.
All right. So Donald, you are coughing. The warehouse is already full of smoke. It is clear that the warehouse is on fire.
I didn't start.
Dare I say the roof is on fire.
Nice.
I have a story about that. It's out of character, but like we were at a bar in Mexico and literally the bar was on fire. So all of us go outside except my boss who's on the balcony and we're screaming the roof's on fire. And he's like, what? We're like, no, the roof's on fire. He's like, what?
Nice.
Anyway.
Well,
Yes.
wake up then, I guess, right?
So
Yeah, I would slam my cot on the floor as hard as I can to make a lot of noise and wake people up.
Hollister.
Grabbing as many grenades as I can.
So, are you leaving the warehouse? What are you doing?
I'm grabbing
Yes, we're
paperwork. I'm grabbing all the paperwork. I have it in my backpack.
All right, we're gonna. You know what? Let's go to initiatives here.
Nope.
For no reason at all.
No.
80s, 70s.
Oh, yeah, 80s.
Yeah,
I
Donald.
was gonna say, Donald, what about?
All right, so Donald will grab his bag and then see if Hollister's up,
Hollister is not up.
and then he'll rouse him very, very brusquely.
All right, you dump his cot over. You are now awake, Hollister. Next round, you and Joan can both do something. 80s, 70s, Alexandra.
I'm going to get up and like.
You were banging and making noise.
Yeah, but that was before initiative, so I'm going to get up and seeing that the people are starting to move, like grab my stuff and start gathering it.
Okay, Emma, what are you doing?
Grenades, door.
Are you throwing a grenade at the door?
No, I'm taking all my grenades with me and
So
all my other stuff.
you're leaving everything else. You're just grabbing the grenades.
I don't really have anything left since everything's been blown up or melt or like, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, I have nothing except a bag full of grenades and a bicycle now, pretty much.
Literally, the clothes on her back are mine.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a satchel with all the receipts in it and all the.
Grab
That's
that.
that's with Joan stuff.
Oh, all right, that's okay.
Because Joan keeps Stilvano stuff.
Okay, there you go. That's also on.
So yeah, it's just my bag of grenades and my bike.
Satchel of grenades and a bike. So you start to roll a bike out the door. All right. That's one. Donald.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
After making sure Hollister's up and he's got his bag, he's going to start moving towards an area where there's no smoke, which I'm assuming.
So you packed. You were mostly packed. So you get your stuff up together and you start looking. Right now, it looks like the smoke is. I mean, it's hard to tell where there is and isn't smoke. So yeah, all right, Alexandra, 70s.
So I know that smoke tends to be heavier and like be down low. Once I've gathered all of my stuff,
Isn't it stop, drop, and roll? You're supposed to get down when
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
low.
stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll is when you're on fire.
Yeah, but they tell you like the Bugs Bunny cartoon told you when there's fire, get down.
Yeah, you get down on the ground and
the
crawl.
smoke actually goes up.
Yeah, smoke
Yes.
goes up. You're thinking
Yes.
fog.
Smoke goes up.
You're thinking fog.
I'm tired. It's been a really
And you
long
put
day.
your low beams on, okay? So if it's fog, you put your low beams on.
So Alexandra is like putting her head up into the smoke, and wait, that's not right. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way toward the door now that I've gathered my stuff, and I have a dagger in hand because I have done this sort of thing often enough that if I were someone setting a roof on fire, I would have a sniper outside the door ready to shoot the first person to come through.
You're gonna parry it with a knife.
No, I'm not going to open the door. I'm just moving over with caution and getting ready to handle whatever's out there because there's
All right,
only one door, right?
60s.
60s. I've got the paperwork in the satchel and
So-
my crowbar.
Okay, so Joan, this round you will go to the table and you just
Yep.
like shove everything in
Yep.
there and
Yep.
grab your crowbar. Good to go. 50s. Emma, I have a surprise for you.
What?
I don't think you are any longer the lowest initiative in the group.
What? I'm 40. Oh, poor
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah, the new guy is not fleet of foot. So Emma, what are you doing? Are you just going out the door?
Yeah, I'm riding my bike out the door.
All right.
Ring the bell.
Riding your bike out the door. Wow. So as you ride out the door,
I'm probably not fast enough to grab her. Damn it.
a shot rings out and like goes about through the roof of the place. There's like a bang and just they miss you terribly.
I just wheel around. I'm like, sniper on the roof as I like circle on my bike. In front of the door.
Nice. All right. Dr. Hollister, you are awake now.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my stuff and I'm actually going towards the dock exit, and I'm going to try and just drop it in the water as soon as I get there so they can't see who I am.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. You head the other direction from everybody else. All right, that is 2.
I see everyone else is going the other way.
They're all heading towards the front door.
I'm not heading anywhere yet. So
where are you going?
Well, all right, and you yell, "Where are you going?" Donald, 80s. You
go
heard
to
a
the
shot
door.
for sure.
Yeah, he heard the shot.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to go to the door, crouching as low as he can, and peek outside just as a tiny bit to see if he can see any shooter.
All right, so you're going to be blocking the door for everybody else.
He'll be using the door frame as cover.
Yeah.
Peeking out a little bit, again, as low as he can, and just enough so we can see what's out there.
So it is dark outside. You don't see any sniper. You see Emma wheeling around on a bicycle.
All right, and as he stays really low, can he breathe now, or is it still smoky?
Yeah, you can. You're starting to get air in your lungs and cough less.
And then he's going to lay on the ground, and he'll start opening his bag up and start working on a rifle.
Okay, that's what you'll do this round. Sure. 70s, Alexandra. Donald is pretty much blocking the door, especially now that he is assembling his rifle.
There's not a hell of a lot that I can do. I'm gonna look up and see if I can start seeing flames through the roof.
Sure, yeah. It looks like there is smoke coming from like almost all the way down the roof. It looks like the roof has been pretty well immolated. I say, trying to avoid any pop.
Donald, I don't think we have a lot of time. That roof's about to come down.
All right, there's a sniper out there.
I'm aware. I heard them.
There's one other exit. Try the other exit, perhaps. I'll stay here for just a moment.
Joan, make me a spot hidden roll.
That goes in water.
Since you're next on a 60s.
Just got it.
Got it. So
69.
as you're shoving the papers in there, you see like the translator left a note, and it says in English, it says, "You're all idiots. I hope you die."
Shoot, translator ratted us, and I'm also gonna go back, follow Dr. Hollister out back.
All right, so you're heading the back way. All right.
Yep. And
Emma.
I yell out that he ratted us.
I mean,
I paid him for
the guy every reason.
It's true.
Emma, are you gonna just ride around?
Well, yeah, I want to ride out of here, but where do I see or hear? Where do I think this guy is?
Make a spot hidden.
Come on, baby.
It's one of your skills, man.
Woo! That would be it. This is a 20 out of 86, so I suspect that's going to be at least a hard.
Very good.
Yeah, in fact, it's 1 point away from extreme.
Nice.
Would you like to spend a point of luck to make it extreme?
Nah, because really on a bike, I'll take the minus not extreme because I'm on a bike.
All right, yeah, you. So with a hard success, there is clearly on this sort of row of warehouses, and then right in front of it is a hill, and that sniper is on that hill. So he's up there. It seems like he's about even with this warehouse.
And how far away is it?
The hill is a pretty good hill, and on this side it's fairly sheer. It's almost like a bluff. Around the other side,
it's not like he's across the street.
No, he's farther than across the street.
Okay, so he's like maybe
a pistol he probably is not shooting a pistol.
Okay, so he's got to be closer to a mile. It's not something that I can close the distance between it. Okay, so then I'm not seeing anybody come out, so I don't want to go parallel to this, so I'm going to go around the warehouse and kind of next to the warehouse so I don't get shot.
Okay, make me a luck roll.
I don't even know where that is on my paper anymore.
Uh-oh.
That would be a 99er.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
so,
it's not like there's confusion. These are well-marked dice. It's not like my cheater dice where I'm like, it could be 99 or it could be 09. I can't tell.
all right. So
Nope, 99.
I was asking you to make that roll to see if there was a path all the way around the warehouse or if it was like just on the sides. So it's just on the sides. And as you start to bite down, you see on the roof, you could swear you see a gorilla just like smashing down on the roof of the warehouse.
The one that's our warehouse that's on fire.
The one that is on fire. All right, Dr. Hollister.
Can I get out to the dock area?
So you make it to the back, and so this dock, there's not really a door so much as it just descends into the water. So you can like jump into the water because boats come directly into the warehouse. So you can jump into the water and like swim out.
I want to look really quickly and see if anyone looks like they're heading my way.
You see Joan coming your way with a bag.
Right, then I'm gonna wait.
Okay. All right. That is 3. Back to Donald. So your rifle you're very good at putting your rifle together. It is together now.
He will lean out just as much as he has to. He's lying prone on the ground, on the floor. He put the scope out there and he's starting to search for the shooter.
Make me a spot hidden roll.
So that's a 60, which is a regular success.
Okay. You do not have a beat on this yet.
Good.
Alexandra.
I'm not going out the waterway. Phobias are fun. And I'm not tempting those dice. So seeing Donald going prone, I'm gonna glance up at the roof and then like juke around him basically and go in the direction I saw Emma going.
So okay, make me a dex roll.
34, which is a hard success.
All right, yeah, you do not disturb Donald at all. You very dexterously slide out. As you slide out, a shot rings out. Oh, I'm going to give you since you got a hard success, I'm going to give you a bonus die on this dodge roll.
Okay.
That's a muzzle flash.
You're gonna need it.
That is a hard success, a 20.
I had a hard success. So you just barely, like, there is a crack and you like hear the whiz of a bullet near one of your ears. And yeah, Donald, you get a sense that there's somebody up on that hill.
Okay. Muzzle flash?
You didn't see one this time. It was, but now that you know kind of where you're looking, you figure the next time you'll get a good sense.
Okay.
And you can start taking shots. All right. Joan.
All right, I'm gonna, is there any not water back here, or is it just go into the water?
There's on the side, there's a little area like where on the side where you could load and unload the boat.
Okay, because I don't want to go in the water with all the papers unless I have to.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come out and jump down.
So there's not an exit. The only exit from this end is through the water. Because this is the way boats go.
We can,
okay.
If it's like going along the edge of a swimming pool, if we're careful, we can go along and keep our bags above it.
Yeah.
An inch away and then
all right. That's another. Yes. That's why I was wondering if there was any.
No, there's no connection to the, thanks to Emma's luck roll, there's not an outside railed pathway all the way around.
Okay. So, but we're going to hold on to the building basically and keep everything out.
So you essentially almost walk down a boat ramp into the water. On your sides, there are the dock where they can unload stuff. So you walk down, and once you're in the water, you can basically, like, you're sort of going from piling to piling. as you're now like seeing the stakes that hold the logs that hold this warehouse up, and you're kind of going one to one from those. All right. That was 60s. Emma.
So I get to the back of the building, hopefully.
Yes.
Do I see anybody coming out?
Make a spot hidden roll.
Ooh, and the birds of paradise giveth back. So that is an extreme success because that's a 10.
Sure.
Yes.
You see Joan like just coming around way down in the water. It's about at the very back here, it's about 15 feet down to the water.
Okay.
And she is coming around holding a bag above her, like inching along the side of the building.
Okay, so as quietly as I can in all this commotion, I'm gonna put the bike down, get on my belly towards Joan and reach for her and just be like, shh.
Well, so again,
She's
it's
coming
like
around.
15 feet below you. So like you're not gonna reach for her. Probably.
Okay, but I still want her to be quiet.
All right, yeah, Joan, you see Emma's head poke over, and Emma's she makes the international symbol for I'm gonna kill Madam Lynn. And
Which is this. We all know it's this.
Stab and a half.
Yep.
All right, Dr. Hollister.
I'm following Joan, and I'm whispering to her, like, do we have a meetup plan for this? After we all get separated, what's the plan you guys have?
Backup warehouse. We didn't get what?
He gives us so much credit for actually thinking through things, and he's going to be sorely disappointed over the next weeks.
All right, that's 4. Make me a group luck roll. I see 1 success.
Ooh, 39.
How's this
Hold on a second.
character's luck?
So does luck have the hard and critical applied to it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So it's the same as your POW, right? So you can use your POW one. Oh no, it's not the same as your POW. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've lost a lot then, obviously, if it was my pal.
success.
Hard. All right, so that'll count as 2. So everything's fine. Donald. I will. So everybody in the building, you're hearing like the roof is buckling.
Does he have an idea where this other sniper might be?
So you know he's on the hill, but they haven't fired again yet. So now you're like watching the hill very carefully. So when they fire again, you'll see him.
Dueling snipers going on here, so he's going to be
with a burning building above you.
Be patient and wait for one more shot.
Okay. Alexandra.
I'm gonna keep trying to meet up with Emma. I saw what direction she went, and I'm gonna go in the same direction.
Sure. Yeah, you make it around the side of the building. You see Emma lying on her stomach, like looking over the very back of the end. You will get up to her this round. Joan, gonna keep. So there's not a ladder to climb up. You're gonna have to basically go around this until it gets to like where the street is, and then there'll be a way up.
Yep. So that's it. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep
All right.
going. And just
All right,
let them know I'm going that way.
It's slow going, but you guys are both making it. Emma, are you going to do anything else? Are you going to stay here?
No, I'm going to actually be like, if they're going that way, I'll be like, yes, go that way. And then make sure that she can't see me, and then just kind of slink that way. Leave the bike and just go that way.
All right. Okay.
The bike, no.
Would I have seen the gorilla on the roof as well when I caught up with Emma?
You did not see the gorilla. You see it now because crashing down onto the path next to Emma is a crazed, like singed, smoking Madam Lynn. And she looks at you and she says, I give you one chance. You come with me now and stay with me forever, or I'm going to kill you.
Do I see Alexandra behind me?
Yeah. too late. And she starts to reach for you, and actually, wait, she's got a very high initiative, so we'll deal with that. But your non-answer is an answer. And Hollis is doing that. All right. On 150, Madam Lynn will get her hands on Emma.
Damn dirty ape.
Oh my. You should make a fight brawl roll. I cannot stress enough that you should make this.
I don't. Can I inspire myself?
Yes.
I just want to also see what it is. Oh, I've done better. So, oops. Let me put that in the bucket.
I smell an Emma coming.
Please.
Oh.
Okay, so my fight brawl is a 41 and I got a 21. I don't know if that's half because my math is terrible.
It's not quite half.
No, it's so it's definitely it's a well into the
Sadly, Madam Lynn got a critical success.
And one luck.
That's fine.
So
One luck's not gonna.
Madam Lynn is going to hurl you into the ocean.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
So Madam Lynn grabs you and just chucks you as hard as she can
Yeet!
into the ocean. And it turns out that with her strength, she can throw you fairly far. Make me a dex roll.
Okay. Also terrible at that. If I make this though, I want to get into like a swimmer's dive position.
Yeah, that would be a swim roll.
2.
Oh man,
that's an extreme.
Oh yes, she throws you, and somehow you like spin it around, and you enter the water just perfectly. There's like no splash. Even the East German judge gives you a 9. It is outstanding. And you take no damage with that roll. That's amazing. You are now several. You are now several swim rolls away from rejoining the party.
That's fine.
Okay, that was
alive. We'll take it.
Also, several swim rolls away from a crazed gorilla. So
I was about to say, do those two just see me go wee?
Yeah. Like Dr. Hollister and Joan, you see, like you hear some weird kind of roar, and then you see Emma just go flying into the water, about 1,000 feet out, and and all of a sudden she just magically you're not sure Emma's not a mermaid at this point. Wow. Okay. That was unexpected. So
Delightful though.
Donald, you and this sniper are playing. The sniper doesn't have a clean shot at anyone, so you think the sniper's waiting to get a clean shot at somebody.
Donald's going to delay his action until that guy fires. Then he's going to return fire at the spot where he saw the muzzle flash.
So you are a train. This is your thing. So you figure if this guy knows what you know, he's waiting for someone to come out the door.
Mm-hmm. So as long as Donald can keep looking, he'll look over and just grab something. Maybe
make me an intelligence roll.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a regular success.
All right. This building is on fire. This is a big disadvantage to your patience game.
Mm-hmm.
You figure at some point, you don't know when, that roof is coming down.
He doesn't know when, but he knows if he runs out, he's getting shot. So he's going to give it just a little bit longer until his instincts tell him. Maybe if he hears something fall behind him, he'll scurry out.
Okay. With that, if the roof does fall, you'll get a bonus die to avoid the roof.
Okay.
With that. All right, Alexandra, there is an enraged female gorilla with its back to you that just threw Emma a very long way. The party has another 1,000 hits. 2 more inspiration from Eldebrat 1.
Thank you so much. So with her back to me, I mean, she's very focused on Emma. I want to see if I can find somewhere that I can just hide, because I don't want to cross metaphorical blades with a gorilla when I am tired, smoke singed, and kind of at a disadvantage in all of this. And also I don't want to actually kill her because I don't want to be Gorilla Alexandria. Thank you very much.
It would become an opera gorilla.
Yeah, it would do amazing things to your voice. So you're gonna like back away and try and hide.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find just like somewhere to like duck and cover.
All right, make me a stealth roll with a bonus die because enraged Madam Lynn is not really so focused on you.
26, not quite a hard success, but close.
Sure, yeah, you are. So you're like kneeling down behind those big metal things they tie boats to. You know,
okay.
You like found one of those that you're sort of crouching behind, and
yeah, and I do have a dagger out and like laid with the flat against my leg, so that the moon or any other light doesn't catch it and give it away to anyone.
I consider you having a dagger out implicit.
I have had people who have been like, well, you didn't draw it. So I try to make it explicit what I think should be implicit.
Those are people that are running other games. Joan.
Pathfinder, yes.
Yes.
Pathfinder is just, no, well. Joan.
Yes. I see flying Emma, but I can't do anything for that right now. I need to get out of this water. So I'm going to just try to go as fast as I can to get out of this water.
All right, make me I would accept either let's call it a strength roll. Make me a strength roll.
Okay. 48 out of 55, so I just
all right. So you are one step closer to being out of this. Emma, make a swim roll.
That would, I'm like, let me guess. That's under S.
I think it's under like base.
Yeah. What is that? 30 is like the
20 is the base.
I think 20 is the base. Yeah.
20 is the base. Yeah.
That's what's 80 and 10? I don't understand Birds of Paradise. So if my 10 is
the 10 is a 0.
Okay, so it's 80. I'm just wondering, I mean,
you want to be able to swim. So I say do it.
If we got the inspiration, don't die.
Yeah. Swim.
By the way, I just want to make clear to anybody who's buying Birds of Paradise that 10-0 thing is only on the prototypes. It is not on the ones that you're going to buy. My dice do not have. I'll just show you that my die has a 0 on it, not a 10. That was just a factory error on the prototypes.
I pulled a Nick. It's an 80 again. It's the same thing.
I'm glad that has entered the common parlance. They're rolling exactly the same thing after using inspiration as a Nick.
Keep track of
Welcome to the hamster wheel.
Literally.
So you get no closer to the thing, but you are not drowning, so that's a bonus.
Okay. And my direction, if I was going to get closer, would be like I'm going to triangulate towards where Joan is going, not back, but that way. So if it's longer, it doesn't matter.
Okay, sure. Dr. Hollister.
Yeah, I'm more trying to not splash and draw the attention of the thing that I heard roar above me with the Emma flying.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great move. Make me a strength roll.
That would be a critical success.
Oh man. So yeah, you are sliding through the water with ease.
All the adrenaline.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Welcome to your first field operation.
All right. That is 5. Everybody make me luck rolls.
Oh,
I see 1 success, 2 successes.
a 97 is not an anything, is it?
Oh, that's a fumble, my dear. That is a fumble.
You brought us all down.
I got a 96.
Oh, double fumbles. This roof is coming down.
I'm sorry.
Donald, you get a dex roll with advantage to not take a lot of damage. Only take some damage.
All right,
Don't go slow out that door. Go fast.
25 is a hard success for him on dexterity.
Oh, nice. All right. Hard success. So you take 6 points of damage, but you are not pinned or anything like that. You are out of the building, and On the plus side, it seems like the caving in of the roof apparently surprised the sniper, and they did not immediately fire at you. On the minus side, you're now wonderfully backlit as this warehouse is going up.
Well,
Just walk away.
all the debris coming down would have pushed the smoke, right?
True. Yeah.
Have that
So
as
right now you've got a little cover. Unfortunately, this warehouse is full of a surprising an Emma amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
And so a fire is like and explosives. Yes, an odd firework or two starts to go off.
Oh no.
And so this fire is now raging.
What was his damage?
6.
We haven't heard any fire engines or fire things or anything coming.
Not in your experience, the fire brigade in Shanghai is questionable at best.
True.
And I'm betting Madam Lin told them to hold back, and I'm betting that a insane gorilla
It's very persuasive.
influenced their. Just my guess is, I'm assuming.
Just wondered.
All right, so yeah, Donald, you have jumped out of the building. That is your action for this round, to get out of there. Alexandra.
Mm-hmm.
Madam, sorry, on 150, Madam Lin, you hear Madam Lin mutter under her breath, "I would have given you everything." And she leaps back up to the top of the building.
Okay.
And it seems like you see this kind of tightrope walk going on the side of the building, but not as shaky as that. This is just, this is like super easy for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she is heading towards the front of the building.
Shit. Okay. Is it my turn then?
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing that, I'm going to keep low and keep as much cover as I can get while not being like right up against the burning warehouse. But I haven't seen Donald come back yet, so I'm going to make my slow, careful, stealthy way up toward the front to be like, get out of there.
All right, slow and careful is going to take you 2 rounds
Okay.
to get to the front. You came around in a faster manner the first time, so this will be 2 rounds. All right, Joan.
Yeah.
Make me a strength roll.
Ooh. 0-4.
All right, with that roll, you have made it to the ladder. So you're going to start climbing up.
Yeah, when I get to the top, I'm going to wait for Hollister.
Okay. Emma.
I saw him.
Mm-hmm. Swim roll.
All right.
Ooh, 9.
Nice. So yeah, you start to swim towards the ladder that Joan was on.
Swim, check it.
Oh yeah, thank you.
The most useful skill in Ezra Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Psychology.
Where were you, Nick, when I was building this character? I would have liked to have known that.
Didn't come up in the train game at all.
Yeah, that's just don't go anywhere near explosives.
Emma
has wet explosives.
That means they just don't go off in Emma's brain.
Hollister, make me a strength roll. You need 1 more strength roll to get up.
Come on, Holly.
Oh, we're gonna call him that now.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard success.
All right, yeah. So both you and Joan are at the ladder. You will be up the ladder next turn. All right. Donald, make me a dodge roll with a penalty die.
I'd just like to say that Ezra is a bad man.
He is.
62 is not a success. Who inspired that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amy was already holding up the.
Yep.
Oh boy.
You can feel a 1,000-pound gorilla jumping down on you.
Yeah, it's a 94, which is worse.
That's not quite an Emma. That's an Amy.
Amy, though.
Amy, not Emma. All right, so a 1,000-pound gorilla comes crunching down on you from above. You take You take 7 points of damage. Crunch. And so you get pushed down on the ground. Madam Lynn grabs your head and just roars at you, "Why won't she love me?"
He doesn't have an answer to that.
She's Emma.
Oh, I think it's a major wound for him, right?
Yes.
Are you at 0?
Oh yeah, make a con roll.
He's 4 right now.
Yeah, make a con roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
79 on my con is not a success. So
Fire it.
you want to inspire that?
Try it again.
Try it again. 49 success.
All right. So you briefly, as she crunches down on you, like your vision swims and you feel yourself losing consciousness and you pull through and you stay conscious. And it's your initiative.
I think he's going to stay limp.
All right.
But in one hand, he's got that rifle, probably slid away from him at this point.
Yeah.
He's still holding on to his duffel bag, but he's going to lay limp, just wait this out.
Lay dead.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. Alexandra, you sneak forward again. Next round, you will be around the corner and see an unfortunate sight.
Yeah.
Joan, you're up. If you can be up the ladder this round.
Okay, that's right.
So you climb up the ladder. You look over to your left and you see a large gorilla, and there might be somebody under that gorilla, and you see a massive fire where that building was.
Okay. I'm going to.
You're getting up this round.
Yeah.
You got up the ladder, and you've got enough room that Hollister can get up as well.
Okay, good. That's what I was going to say. I want to try to make him get up.
Emma, make me a swim roll.
24, close but no cigar.
Still can't believe you made that dex roll. Wow, that was
a thing of beauty.
outstanding. So yeah, you don't make a lot of progress. And Hollister, you make it up the ladder. This is your first time seeing there is a gorilla there. Now you've heard stories about gorillas, but this is the first time. So I'm going to ask you: do you think you need to make a sand roll, or is it going to be when the gorilla talks?
I mean, I'm pretty much ready for that, but I also am not. I'm more focused on moving away from it. If I hear it, I'm not like, what's that? It's like, I know what that is, and I'm getting away. I've heard stories.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine. I will not. That's no sand roll. All right. Madam Lynn is not a smart woman. Yeah. All right. So on a 150, Madam Lynn snarls and leaps up the hill away. And you see, climbing up the wood, up the trees, up the hill, just super rapidly, very quickly. And that was 150's word to you, Donald.
How close is he to some kind of cover?
You could maybe like crawl around the corner of the warehouse.
Another warehouse or the burning one?
Oh no, the burning one.
I'd rather get somewhere that's not on fire.
There's not a lot around you that isn't on fire right now.
There are some boxes, crates, dumpsters. Anything.
All of that is on fire. This is an empty street, and in front, and then the bluff up. You could like try and get closer to the edge of the bluff, hoping that like the guy doesn't like to shoot like that.
How far to the edge of that bluff?
At the rate you're moving, you could probably get there.
Okay, so he's just gonna steel himself as much as he can and not just let the adrenaline take over. There's a deep breath, grab his rifle with one hand, the bag of the other, and then just run forward as fast as he can towards that bluff to try to find a safe place to hide.
All right, I'm going to make you an offer. If you go without getting your stuff, you can make it to the bluff, no roll needed. If you're going to take the time to get your stuff, there's going to be some rolling involved.
I'll take the rolling.
Okay. So make me, well, actually, you know what? This will just be, make me a dodge roll. This guy's just going to shoot. We'll do it that way.
29.
Do I have GM inspiration, right?
Yep, you still got some.
I would like to use one.
They're all out.
Yeah, man, you're completely out. Sorry.
Oh, much better. But
Regular-
get on the dodge?
Yeah.
Regular?
Yeah, 29 regular.
All right, that works. I got a regular success as well. So the shot is very close to you, but you are now at the edge of the bluff, at the base of the bluff, and from your sort of triangulation of how he's shooting, it seems like it would be a very difficult shot for him to try and get you.
Okay.
Alexandra, you come around the corner and you see Donald like run pell-mell as hard as he can and fling himself to the ground at the base of the bluff. As you come around the corner, to your right, you see Hollister and Joan both coming up the ladder.
Okay.
Or they're up the ladder. Sorry, I should say.
They're up the ladder, yeah.
It appears the sniper was, and you see like a shot hit the ground behind Donald.
With all of the light that the burning building is providing, can I get a beat on this person?
If he fires again, probably.
Okay.
But right now, you're like, he's somewhere up there, but you don't know where.
But I can't make out like a form or a figure or anything?
So he's pretty high above everything.
Okay. I'm going to go to Hollister and Joan because it's like, I don't know what Donald's doing, but if I go in that direction, I'm going to get shot at, I think. Hi, Lucy. No, you know what? Hi, kitty. Hi, baby.
You get a laser pointer and shoot it.
He heard you say laser pointer, man.
Lucy is, so we took Lucy 3 days ago to the vet to get, and, the vet's like, for a couple days, keep an eye out. The cone was off in 5 minutes. Like we left Lucy alone in the room and like the cone was gone. And let's just say Lucy's a fast healer, apparently. Or an idiot, one of the two.
One of
some combination of the both.
Cats are so bad about showing pain too. It's really frustrating. Yeah, I'm going to run it. I'm going to run to Donald to try and help back him up.
All right. Guy's already shot this turn, so he can't shoot again. So you start heading towards you run towards him. You'll make it this round. He is in bad shape.
Donald, what the hell? Is that my entire action, or can I try to do first aid on him?
Getting to him is your entire action.
Okay.
You know what? I'll make you an offer. That you can get to him, that's your entire action, or you can slow down enough that this guy can get a shot at you, but you will get to do first aid this round.
I'll slow down.
Okay. I'm going to use a GM inspiration on that.
Keep going.
Misses.
Cool. Yeah.
But it wasn't better enough. But yeah, there's a shot at you, but you get to Donald, so make a first aid roll.
Neat. Like Kip up next to him and just be like, you. Oh, God's above.
Put your thumb in the hole.
That is a 24 out of 55. That is a hard success.
Hard success. So you get 3 points back.
You're welcome, dear.
And Alexandra, you're both up against the edge of the bluff, and you sort of realize the same thing that Donald did, that, it's going to be a very hard shot to get you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Joan.
All right. Can we see Emma coming toward us?
In the water?
No.
She's a long way away. That's 1,000 yards out in the dark. So
okay, yeah,
no, she's out there somewhere. You have no idea where.
You have no idea where. Okay, then my second question is, How do I think that the guy has a shot at us at all while we're standing here?
I mean, he seems like he was distracted by Donald.
All right, so we need to hide. I'm going to tell Hoster, dude, we need to hide so this guy can't get to us, and then we'll have to try to see if we can get.
I know that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So you can find one of those, big things they tie boats to that you could both hide around. So if they do try and shoot you, they will definitely have a penalty die.
Perfect. We're going to do that for now and then see what happens.
Okay. Emma, make a swim roll.
Nope, but close. What is that? That's a 25. Close,
right,
but
yeah. So as you're slowly, like the tide is doing more than you are to get you. The waves are doing more to get you back in there, but you're slowly making your way in, and you're not drowning, so that's a bonus. And also, you're not on fire or have an angry gorilla.
Yep, this is true. In some respects, if I had something to float on, that'd be probably the best of all options at this point.
Hollister, you are gonna, I guess, join Joan behind the.
If she happens to be finding cover further away, and then finding additional cover further away, and then finding additional cover further away, and so on, then yes, I will be. But if she's finding cover nearby, I'm getting distance, and I'm not turning around so they can see my face.
All right. So she has found cover nearby. She went for the first cover. So you want to keep running towards the farther. Okay, so you're running away from the sniper towards other cover. Make me a luck roll.
Regular success.
Okay. Yeah. So you will, this round, you're running full out, and you'll make it to farther one of those boat hook things that I should, if I knew what the name was, I'd say it, but I don't.
Boat post.
Boat post. I like it, a boat post.
So I see Holly just go right past me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight to cover. That away.
He zooms down. All right. On a 150, something happens. All right.
We see a sniper fly towards the water. Why won't you love me?
I kind of like that.
I don't know in Chinese.
I kind of like that.
Oh,
but he's been sort of useful. I think if he were not that useful, he would.
Well, he hasn't shot any of us yet.
He keeps missing.
He's outlived his usefulness.
We're just taking Ezra on at this point.
Thing is, she's crazy enough to do it. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, no, she is.
And then what does she do though? Just storm home? Fine.
Turn on really sad music. Eat ice cream.
Go home and make a mixtape. Yeah. So on 150, something happens. Donald. So you can kind of inch your way along the base of the bluff, the direction that you saw Hollister go, and you feel like you're still going to have a good defensive position.
Alexandra, we have to take him out.
Right.
Let's do the usual. I'll draw his fire. You go in the other direction.
Got it.
And we'll circle around.
Be careful.
But before he does this, though, he needs to stretch out, make sure the bleeding is stopped. I'll put the rifle away, and I'll go with a couple of handguns. Something where I can use a lot of ammunition, basically.
Okay.
The idea is more so that to cover fire as opposed to actually hitting this guy.
Right. All right. So it's going to kind of blind fire up there.
And when she's ready, and Donald feels like he's ready, he'll get a position with the gun, and he'll dart one direction and open fire behind him, the direction of the shooter.
Remember,
so you're running away from everybody else.
Yeah, away from the shooter and away from this position.
But wait, are you running towards Hollister or away from Hollister? Because so the bluff basically here's the warehouse. The bluff is like this. So the warehouse is kind of at the point of the bluff.
Okay.
So you can go. Hollister and Joan are going to the right. And so are you going to go that way or the other way?
I'll go the other way. I don't want them getting caught in this fire.
Okay. All right.
The other way, he'll try to stay in cover, but he'll draw the attention of the sniper. Fire several rounds back at it, and just to keep him distracted until he runs to another cover position, ducks down, and lets Alexandra begin to move on her own.
Right, I'm going to make you an offer. You can stay on the side of the bluff. He won't be able to shoot you, but your shots will have no chance of hitting him. But you'll draw his attention, or you can put yourself in danger but have a chance of hitting him.
Option A.
Okay, yeah. So you run along the base, and you're basically just firing almost straight up.
Okay.
And not 100% straight up because you're not a dumb person, but you're just sort of blindly firing into the bluff. And yeah, sure enough. Well, let's make an intel. Yeah, sure enough. A shot like comes down close to you, but not really, nowhere that's in danger to you. But he's paying attention to you, Alexandra.
So I would have been watching because Donald and I have done this before. I would have been watching to try and get a bead on where that shot from the sniper comes from.
Yeah, you have a pretty good idea.
Okay, I want to be able to get to him. What do I need to do to get to him?
Wow, you need to be a gorilla. Like that would really help. So you can start climbing up the bluff.
Okay.
Okay, make me a climb roll.
Okay. I put points in this back at the beginning, and I've never used it.
Now's the chance.
Oh, it's the time.
Neat. 19.
All right. So yeah, you start climbing up the bluff. It is slow going between the angle and the trees and stuff, but yeah, you are making your way up. So much easier if you're a gorilla, though.
Well, you know what?
Madam Lynn made it up in one round.
I mean, that the climbing would be easier, but many other things would be so much harder. So,
I don't know. I think it's worth it. You should kill a gorilla.
I do not agree with you at all.
All right,
Joan, you're so into it.
Kill a gorilla. Yeah, no. All right. So I'm trying to figure out whether I should go running after Holly or I should see if I can come back. There's nothing I really can do. There's not much that a crowbar and some paperwork is going to be able to do.
My buddy Holly.
My buddy
Holly. Yes.
That's also a strong.
Yes. See, that's why we work well together. I got the Holly, you got the buddy. It's perfect.
That's wonderful.
All right. So on that note, yes, I'm going to go. We're going to go meet up. We're going to go meet up, and I'm going to try to persuade him to circle around back so we can get to our friends.
All right, you make it up to the one that he is at.
Yeah.
Emma, make me a swim roll.
Okay. 7.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You have a burst of swimming, and you are fairly close to making it back in. Hollister, you're going to continue the way you were going?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna keep trying to get further, and I'm looking for a building that I can get alongside of that obstructs.
So really, your best bet is to get around the curve of the bluff, because the buildings are all on the out. It's like Pier 39 in the city, where all of the buildings are on the water, and then there's just a hill up. Or it's more like where Coit Tower is, I assume. I guess is better.
I mean, well, the thing is, it's what? If nothing else, if I can move to where it's darker and still take advantage of cover, I don't think he's going to see me. So I'm getting. You think going the direction you're going, you will very quickly be out of his sight. I like that. Then.
Okay.
That sounds delightful.
All right. Yeah, that's no problem. All right.
So he runs away from me as soon as I catch up to him, is what you're saying.
Yeah. This is what's been happening. You keep running up to one cover, Hollister then runs to the next one.
Well, I'm assuming things are somewhat synchronous. It's, I'm pretty sure we can get some words across. If she's trying to be like, well, let's do a wider arc.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. That was Joan. That was Hollister. So there we go. Okay. Wow.
Hey.
A lot easier to do that here than in the studio. In the studio, I have to like go somewhere. Who knows where it went?
Really tall
are you going to
chest.
do this, Donald? Are you going to do the same thing of just firing wildly?
But he's going to try to just draw the attention of the sniper, keep it focused on Donald, fire shots in his direction so he's distracted and
Right.
got his attention to keep him from seeing Alexandra climbing after him.
This sniper is not a smart man, apparently. So he's going to just say, you have no chance of hitting him. He has no chance of hitting you. Blam, blam, blam. Lots of gunshots. All right, that was that. Alexandra.
I am still climbing.
Make a climb roll. Are you trying to do this quietly?
I'm trying to not. Yes, but I'm not like being super stealthy because there's a roaring building and gunshots going on, so I feel relatively safe making some noises.
I'm going to make you an offer. You can do a stealth roll and a climb roll to have no chance for this guy to know that you're coming.
Okay.
Or you can take a penalty die on the climb roll and have no chance to know that he's coming. Or one of the two.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll make that stealth check.
Okay, so first a stealth check, then a climb roll.
Got it. Yeah, 19 is a hard success for stealth.
You are the knight.
I am the knight. No, I'm an assassin. And climb is 21, so yes.
All right, yeah, you are very close to where you heard that gunshot go.
Okay.
It seems like, so you're just about you figure you're one turn away from the crest of the bluff, and you figure he's on the crest of the bluff.
Okay, so see, like working through it in my mind, I could get up high enough to see him and get up and stab, theoretically.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, almost assuredly. All right, that was semi-60s. Joan.
Okay. We had our brief chat and I'm going to doctor, and I'm going to go around the with
All right,
him.
so you guys are going around the bluff.
Yeah. Yep, we're going around the bluff.
All right, that'll take care of both of you. Emma, make me a swim roll.
Yep.
I'm really just
No, it's like a 69 or something like that. Yeah.
All right, so you make good progress this round. I'm really just waiting for the fumble so I can start I can use the drowning rules.
Of course, there's drowning rules.
Oh yeah,
of course.
My ghost rules.
I've done it, right?
Yeah, Joan got to enjoy them once before.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So I think at this point I'm going to take us out of initiative. Alexandra, you will slaughter this poor man as you sneak up on him. He's paying attention. You stab him in the back.
I would absolutely grab him, pull his head up, and just do a quick throat cut to get it over with.
Yep. So he is gone. You guys make it around the bluff. Emma finally makes it to the ladder. Waiting for you at the ladder is a very beat up Donald, who will lead you around. Jeez. You will all find your way in the embers as your warehouse finally collapses from the fire. You make your way off into the Shanghai night.
I would like to say that I kept the sniper's rifle.
Sure, you have a sniper rifle. Sure.
I have no idea what I'll do with it.
Put it to good use.
It's a trophy.
So it's about 4:00 in the morning. It's 3:30. That's an even worse hour. Somehow 3:30 is worse than 4. 4, you're like, it's almost morning. It's 3:30 and you are wandering the streets of Shanghai with what few belongings you have left, most of which involve weapons.
I wouldn't say.
And several of you are very wet and cold. Actually, wait, it's summer. You're wet and comfortable. Everyone else is studying.
Yeah. We need another hotel.
It's May.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, that's we're going to get something like a large moving truck. We're going to get you in the back of it. That way we can stay mobile and we're not in one spot and it's harder to track us.
Great. How are you going to buy a truck?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is go wire some more money. Then I'm going to rent one.
So yeah, you can easily wire for money, but you have to go to a bank to do that.
And I'm going to need distance from all of you to do that. And we're going to have to meet somewhere discreet so that I'm not easily spotted with you and associated.
The international area is probably the best, and out here outside of the international area, we are very white and stand out. In the international area, at least, there's other white people.
Can we find an area that looks like it'll be quiet, where maybe there's some sort of abandoned building that we could break into? Then I can pull the back of the truck up, load them in.
A lot of these warehouses seem pretty empty.
Let's pick one at random.
Yeah, I was like, let's squat.
Sure. Yeah, you find an empty warehouse that you are able to break into, and so you guys are just gonna squat here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep
until
he gets back. Yeah,
and some
Emma
can sleep anywhere. Emma just like as soon as you're in the building, Emma just curls up and she's out.
Are there clothes or anything also in any of these?
Make me a luck roll.
If that is.
So this is an abandoned warehouse, so there's nothing.
Okay.
There.
Medicine will take time, right? So it wouldn't make sense to work on Donald now. I'll get the truck.
Yeah, medicine and psychotherapy both take time. First aid is immediate.
I'll be fine, doctor. I'll be fine. Just get that truck for us, and then later on you can take care of my ribs, whatever.
I'll keep an eye on him.
All right.
So Hollister's going out by himself.
Yep.
Okay.
No way this can go wrong.
Yep.
So the first thing that happens is you basically, are you going to go out before morning?
I'm going to try and wring out my clothes first. There's no point in me being out and not being able to do anything. I'm going to try and leave early enough that I think that I can arrive at the bank, like right as it's opening.
So first you're going to have to go to a telegram office because you're going to have to tell Rogers to wire you money, and then he'll wire it to the bank and the bank will have it waiting for you.
Oh yeah, if Rogers is paying for this, then that's what I'm doing.
If you want to do your own money, then you can just write a letter to the bank. You can write a letter of credit to the bank.
Then that's faster. Then I want less stops. In this case, this is an emergency.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, you essentially you write the 20s version of a check to cash, which is a letter of credit to the bank guaranteeing that you will pay them that. And so you you pull out what, a couple thousand,
Is that, well, I'm just going to rent a truck, not buy one.
That's the real evil of you guys. I rent a truck and then it explodes, or you leave it somewhere.
Like, here's my renter's insurance.
I'm very optimistic we're not going to stay here for more than a couple days.
You're probably right. Yeah.
How many abandoned rental cars are there still in New York?
At least 2 that I can think of.
I have nothing to do with any of those.
All right. So yeah, you can, you ask at the bank and they'll tell you a place that you can rent a truck. And
I'm also going to want to pick up things like clean bedrolls and a change of clothes and just anything else for to be sanitary, and a lamp that I can put in the back of the truck to work on.
Sure. You work, you get a truck and you rig it out. Make me a credit rating roll.
Yes. I'm going to check. How do I check that off though? There's no box.
You don't get to check it off. No, that and Cthulhu Mythos are 2 skills that don't improve, or improve through.
I don't know if it's called an improvement.
So yeah, you get you're well situated. You buy some random clothes of sizes that you think people are.
No, I'm going for looser. People are just going to deal with baggy clothes, but they'll be new and clean.
There you go. Yeah, you buy a bunch of stuff, and then you drive the truck up to the warehouse, and
up to it so no one can see any.
Right. And you give the 3 honks that you said was the symbol.
Oh, knock on the door. I'm not making loud honk sounds. I'm not drawing attention to myself.
All right. So yeah, you now all live in the back of a truck. There are some bedrolls. Basically, unless you're going to be more comfortable than most of you probably want to be, like 2 or 3 of you can sleep in the back at any given time. Because there's a fair amount of stuff in the back of this truck now. There's benches on either side, so you can sit on them when someone's not sleeping on them. It is, it's a truck. So are you just gonna drive around now? Is that your?
I mean, we'll try and find discrete places when we need to. If places look abandoned, we can just have it parked. I want to spend more time working on Donald.
Okay. So are you going to stay at this warehouse?
What I defer. Are there any objections? Are there any concerns? Any better ideas?
Yeah, we need to get explosives and blow this lady's house up.
We need to get that jade statue.
We need to get the statue.
That first, then blow the house up.
So we're going to keep the truck parked here.
That sounds fun.
Yes, this isn't a warehouse associated with anyone that we know.
That we know of.
Well,
How am I going to buy explosives if the truck is parked here?
I'm not going to answer that.
No,
I'm gonna start working on. Let's have a look at Donald.
where do
No,
you
we'll
plan to
talk
get
about that, yeah.
explosives anyway?
I don't know.
If only the black market weren't totally run by
Madam Lynn.
Madam Lynn, and I would probably, I don't know, I would probably go back to the bar where we met Taro the first time.
Oof. That's her bar.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
there are going to start being like pictures of Emma everywhere.
Yeah.
Wanted.
With a heart.
Yeah.
U.S. Embassy, that's where I'm going. I need some explosives.
Aren't you
Call my boss.
Aren't you wanted criminals in New York?
Yeah.
No, that was cleared up, and I had nothing to do with that. So no, I'm not specifically. None of my characters are wanted in New York, but
That, and we also should still have our fake passports.
True. Yeah.
Now, weren't we talking about using the portal to go and get the jade statue?
I thought we were going to Egypt with the portal.
Okay, no los dos.
We're gonna have to open up at her house, and then from there straight to Egypt.
Got it. So we get the jade statue, but that means we all have to go.
Not necessarily.
Or we have a meetup location.
Yes.
Exactly.
We find a payphone, and we make a call. What?
I don't think there were payphones in the 20s.
No.
What?
Payphones existed in such a short, weird amount of time.
Where would there be?
Now I'm going to Google this.
Yeah. No, this would be good.
Where are there
Someone in the chat
payphones?
knows.
I mean, Madam Lynn has a phone in her house.
When were Superman comics written?
In the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's a Superman thing. I was thinking a TARDIS. We could find.
That's the 1960s, though. That's a little after our time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that kind of doctor.
The first phone booth was put up in 1889. There were many thousands of them by the turn of the century. That number only continued to grow into the 1920s. So, there will be a few in Shanghai. Not a ton, but there will be a few.
Oh, there we go.
Sweet.
That's your history fact for today, kids.
Look at that. We keep you up at night and we educate you.
And since what was happening while I was swimming, I looked up the fact that you can't get a grenade launcher until 1950. So that really upset me. So that's why I came out of the pool came out of the water asking for explosives as opposed to a grenade launcher.
Yeah, using your extensive knowledge of demolitions, Emma, you think that being dipped in the ocean was probably not great for these grenades.
No, they probably don't work anymore.
Emma, we can always buy a lot of fuel and put them in the back of this truck, drive them to her house, dump the fuel on her house, and burn it down.
I think you need that statue first.
Yes.
Oh, but that's a great idea. That's how we get in.
But that's a
So we
terrible
watch.
spin.
It's a great idea, though. So we watch and wait for her to leave. Then we light the truck on fire, roll it into the front door.
We're not taking
Follow. Grab the statue, portal to Egypt. Plan.
How?
Made.
The portal's just not going to magically show up. We need a call. No, this is horrible.
Got a phone in the house.
This is
Just
how
call
you
from the
operate?
house.
We can arrange for the portal in advance.
We're risking
The location.
what?
Hold on. I think it would probably be wisest for the good doctor to spend some time working on Donald, getting him patched up. And then he and I go and scout out Madame Lynn's. We wait for her to leave. Then the two of us sneak in, get the statue, and meet you three at a prearranged location where we will meet a portal and go to Egypt.
We can always come back and get Treasure House later.
Yes, we can.
But he's recovering from surgery and he's severely injured.
I've been severely injured before, fella. This ain't the first time.
So we should go to Egypt first, then come back for the next full moon.
Jay Matthews makes the point that the plan can't go bad if you don't have a plan.
Exactly.
Not wrong.
I've never added a chat thing to the possible episode titles, but I think that is a fine option.
Wear that badge with pride, J. Matthews 85.
I think
first.
No, but I do think we need to get the jade statue before we run away to Egypt. I think we just, because then we can go from there instead of having.
Because if we get the jade statue, we don't have to stop in Shanghai the next time that we make a run at Grey Dragon Island.
Yep.
We never come back to this town again, and that'd be fine with me.
I would prefer that.
Agreed.
So you're
If we could blow up our house before we left, that'd be fun too.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Man, Emma's a nasty ex.
She wasn't even a date.
Threw me 1,000 feet into the water. Blowing your house up seems like retribution.
She's in love.
I don't like that monkey either, so I'm on the same page.
And we can't kill her.
I refuse to.
Explosives? I think that counts.
But so let's discuss the metaphysical. If you set the explosive,
I'm working on Donald.
Yeah. Yes.
Fine.
Oh,
you can multitask.
Yeah, I was like, how does that work? If you blow her up with explosives, who takes the monkey's place?
Who set off the explosives?
Exactly.
Well, what if 4 people lit different fuses and stuff? What would happen?
I don't want to be stuck in a monkey with the 4 of you.
I will point.
No, it's a firing squad. It would work like a firing squad.
I will point out that we do know that it is possible for killing 1 magical gorilla to create 2, because that is how Ping and Tuntun were created. They both killed the ancient magical gorilla.
She's right.
Now that I didn't know.
So we could end up with 4 magical.
We could be the gorilla squad.
No.
Good.
Gorilla Society.
Great gorilla society.
No, we already have these gorgeous these gorgeous coasters that were made for us.
You're gonna become gorillas.
No.
Just shave off the ear.
Gorilla Society.
Shave off the ears and change the D to a G. Great gorilla
Now,
society.
if only Ezra had magical talking Great Danes. That's his fault, really.
Then we would literally be the Scooby Gang.
Alrighty.
Uh-oh.
Anyway.
So make me a medicine roll, Dr. Hollister.
Please let this be amazing.
Inspire?
Luck.
No, that's a hard success.
Oh, nice. All right.
You have the best poker face ever.
So with a hard success, Donald, you're immediately going to get 5 hit points back.
Okay.
And now, every day that you rest, you're going to get 3 hit points back.
No
And
more major wound.
what do I need to do?
If you rest for a whole day, your major wound will be gone.
I'm resting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I'm a bad person. But if there's a moment where if like I'm working on him and I'm like, you have to like roll over something and I don't think anyone else is looking, he's getting the morphine. I'm putting him out.
All right. Yes.
Crazy talk about him going off on an expedition.
All right. Yeah. You got a hard success. So Donald is unconscious for the rest of May 7th.
Well,
I don't apologize.
No, it's a smart thing to do.
And so you'll lose the major wound and you'll get 3 points back.
Excellent.
So then I suppose the question is, is Alexandra going to go and try and do this on her own, keeping in mind that the full moon is on the 8th?
Well,
we've effectively lost a day.
Who was planning? You could spend the day looking for the blood of the innocent.
I don't know, Doctor.
Other hurdles.
I don't know, Doctor. How well does blood keep? Would it be advisable to get blood of the innocent here, or should I wait until Egypt? The fact that I'm asking this with a straight face.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've got syringes. I'm actually thinking about this in earnest. Would I know the ways to? Okay, we get an ice box. And
so, interesting story. As I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole after last episode, when Rogers suggested they were looking into synthetic blood and that sort of thing. Blood banks were not a thing for a while yet. Refrigeration was the major issue. Refrigeration is still a nascent technology and requires a lot of space and a lot of room. Most people's ice boxes are still literally ice boxes. And so it is there is not a lot of saving blood going on in the early 20s.
I mean, well, ice is not that expensive. We could get an ice box. We could keep it.
So you're going to need, for blood, you're going to need more like dry ice. You're going to need some really cold stuff.
Well, I mean, ice is going to work for a while, though. I'm just thinking, like, how long is that ice going to keep? How long would an ice chest keep it? We can keep it for a while.
Yeah, but trying to get an ice chest and move it with us to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Egypt? I thought we were going to do the ritual here.
On Grey Dragon Island that we were approaching when the boat got torn to pieces.
Yeah, that's...
No, we're not going there. We want to steal the figurine so we have it ready so that when we make the next run at Grey Dragon Island, we at least don't have to make the stop in Shanghai.
Yep.
Then we're going to want to... I'd rather not do this, but I can send a telegram to Rogers to try to have blood ready for us in Egypt.
Why?
But that... probably...
We don't need to send a telegram, right? If we're going to use a portal to go, right? We can tell him then.
That won't give him time to have it prepared, and it will be on us. And there may be moral advantages to that, but not logistical advantages.
You guys need a martyr.
You're unconscious.
You guys need a martyr. Some more.
Just.
They don't have an innocent one.
No, it makes sense. I'm assuming we would just, and I don't know how the portals work, but I'm assuming we would go from here to the bread pyramid.
No, we'd go from here to the bunker.
And then from the bunker.
You go to DC, where the machine is, and I go from there to another one.
Okay.
Ideally, we would space that out as to give the individuals on the throne time to recover.
That never happens.
No, it doesn't. But time
zone wise, Shanghai is 6 hours ahead of Cairo. So it's currently, if it's what is it? It's like the afternoon of the 7th. So it's the morning of the 7th in Cairo right now.
And what time is it in DC at this point?
It is like 6 hours more. So it's like
the day before.
like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning on the 7th.
I think we get a telegram off as quickly as possible, because if we can get some of this blood that Rogers talked about, maybe we can get this capped off tomorrow.
Oh, so Hollister, that the synthetic blood is a non-starter, at least not in the short term.
I mean, I think for the telegram that I sent him, it will be to have individuals on standby to provide it at the location at the time.
Are you just saying innocent people? What is your...
Well, he already knows. I mean, he's the one who told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows the prerequisites.
And you know that he was like, what the hell's an innocent person?
That is the question, isn't it?
That sparked a little debate, which I don't think I'm really interested in.
No, you just said not you. And
find someone who is the opposite of who you are.
I mean, there is a little bit more in the ritual itself. There is actually a little bit more of a definition.
Okay.
Let's see.
If I can provide any of that.
It says, the blood for the pupil of the eye must be fresh. All who chant must detest evil.
Oh. So the blood just has to be fresh.
Yes, although it does. So it does.
It say something about
all who. So all who chant must detest evil, and the blood is specifically listed as. The blood of an innocent must fill the pupil of the eye, but it does so. All it says is it must be fresh, and it must be the blood of an innocent.
But yeah,
if context is what we need.
Really though. So Hollister, if there is anyone that if there is any way that Rogers can help us, maybe have people on site to help with this. I don't know if he knows any innocent people in his contacts.
Or children. Children are very innocent, and we only need a little bit.
We're gonna drag children out to a pyramid.
No. We have. Well, how fresh is fresh? You put them in a little thing, and you take it out. And you do it.
So, Joan's blood is out of the question.
Look. You know who I am, you know what I do. So understand that I'm not the one to make moral decisions most of the time, and I have a moral objection to that.
You know, I didn't think that my blood would qualify, but by contrast with everyone else, I feel like I have good odds.
Really? You guys don't think that to save the world, we're not talking about taking all the blood of someone. So I don't understand. We take kids take blood tests all the time for things. We test them. So
what you're saying is we go around pretending we're doctors to a grade school or perhaps a preschool or perhaps an orphanage and just say we're here to do some blood testing for does the UN exist anymore?
Not yet.
I don't think
we're just going to need a little bit every beat of this drum for several hours. Yeah, that'd kill some children.
Depends on how many kids you have.
Oh, yeah. If we bring a lot of children into this, take them out in the middle of the desert where
that's okay. That's not what I was thinking, but I understand.
No.
So we're actually going to we're gonna call a close on this fascinating theoretical debate. I will say that there is a document that was made for Masks of Nyarlathotep called the Masks of Nyarlathotep Companion. An amazing piece that a bunch of different people worked on and created all this great stuff. But one of the things they do is in that companion, they lay out exactly how much blood you need if it's one drum beat for this entire time. And so it is a not insignificant amount of blood. One person will not be able to do this. Well, let me rephrase that.
One person, if you completely exsanguinated them, perhaps.
One person will not do it twice. That's, But so yeah, they do some very strange math. As they...
if we could get like 6 people, then maybe 6 to 7 people. Because
so they also suggest how many people you need, but you're going to need to like do some math or some figuring on your own for that.
All right.
So we'll pick up next time on the evening of the 7th, as maybe there's an invasion of Madame Lynn's house, or maybe there isn't. And so all it remains, thank you so much for being part of our 50th episode. Elda Brat, Jay Matthews, thank you for the subscriptions that made everything go crazy. Thanks for all the bits. We really appreciate it. YouTube, thank you so much for the likes, the subscribes, for sticking with us. We love how much YouTube loves Call of Cthulhu. That makes me very happy. Again, Braden is going to be running a Cthulhu game coming up soon on Discord. So check out the Cthulhu, the Cthulhu Discord for Quests and Chaos on there. You can see all that on there. Monday, it's Rick and Morty D&D. Does he do the burp that the character does? Does Aaron
Sometimes
do the burp? That's lovely.
Aaron does a shockingly, disturbingly good Rick voice.
Nice. And then Tuesday, Tom is gonna hopefully kill some people. It'll be Tom, I'll give you a bonus die for every PC you kill on the next episode.
That's 4 dice for me. This is gonna be
Ezra, he was already in the process of driving my poor little NB bean insane.
Insane doesn't count. Dead.
So merciful in Cthulhu, though. You make them live on knowing the horror.
That is most of what I do. It is true. I want them to have to deal with the repercussions of their actions. And then we're back Saturday for more Quests in Cthulhu. That's a full week of entertainment right there. So guys, thanks. 50 episodes. That was great. I can't wait to do 50 more. And maybe sometime we'll actually be in the same room again. Since now apparently a forest has grown in the studio.
Yep.
I look forward
We're in the woods, actually.
I look forward to enjoying the pastoral, the picnic that will be waiting for us.
Mm-hmm.
There was one other thing that I was going to announce, Amy. What was it?
On Monday there's a giveaway since we have so many bits to give to the boy. Hang on a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 go into the box. So I think a giveaway on Monday has a t-shirt giveaway on Monday has been announced. So that happens.
And coming soon, I'll just leave with this coming attraction. Coming soon, I will be running 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. One time only.
It is a sign of the apocalypse. We got him to run 5e D&D.
Ezra's gone COVID crazy.
So it's going to be 3 episodes.
No. I am going to show this channel how to do a one-shot.
You
5 minutes.
already have, like, several times at this point.
You know, I'm a firm believer in schedules. All right, that's going to do it for Quests and Chaos. Go to bed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Join us on Discord.